on, what? Live?
Look.
Yeah.
Very funny, but I don't believe you. Now back to the story about my hemorrhoids. So,
Hemorrhoids. I think about that vine every single fucking time.
It's the music that makes it.
It is.
My sister sent me an Instagram reel, and I recognized the music being used from a TikToker. It's there's a guy who plays. There's an instrument called an EWI, EWI, and it's. I'll send it to you guys later. But it's like you play it with you blow it like an instrument, like one of those instruments. But it's like electronic noise. It's the coolest thing. But anyways, my sister sends me a random video, and I was like, I know the source of this audio, and then I sent her that guy's TikTok channel.
Funky clarinet.
EWI, yeah. Basically, everything this guy does sounds like WarioWare music, which means I love it.
Oh, wait,
Nice.
is this? Hold on, I need to open this and then say something. Is this the thing? Okay, no, the EWI is.
Oh, it stands for electronic wind instrument. That would make sense.
Were you thinking about the oh god, what is it called?
Hurdy-gurdy?
Hurdy-gurdy!
No.
Bless
No.
you.
I was gonna
love
say
that we all knew what a hurdy-gurdy was. That's kind of great.
I've played Sea of Thieves.
So the weird
Okay.
thing aside, the EWI is kind of amazing because it's just a MIDI controller, meaning you can make it sound like anything you want to. And I've seen
Right.
it, like you could
This
like
guy
rip a
makes-
guitar solo on it and just
I don't know
I
if
want
this is
to
going
get
to
the
play
little
at
guy
all.
with the face and it's electric and he goes,
Although,
Automaton.
automaton.
I
Automaton,
want
yeah.
one of those.
specifically I want to give them to the kids and send them home.
All right. As the end of the cold opening here, this is what this dude makes it sound like. This might not play, but I don't know if that comes through. All right. Well, it sounds like really funky wet farts. I'll send it to you guys later.
Funky wet farts.
Just Google that, see if you find them. All right. Anyways, it's D&D. Is this episode 12 of this campaign?
Yes.
Cool. All right. Well, welcome to the dozen. Thank you all for returning after it turned into Oppenheimer. So, who would like to recap what happened last time?
Turtles?
Knowles.
What did happen last time? We made it to
You started going down the river toward the Alexander meeting point.
right. So we got there and we're all like, okay, we should scout ahead and see what's going on. So we scouted ahead and we found that there were two armies basically face to face in a like very what's it called? A standoff. They were at a standoff. Neither one of them knew what to do. They were encamped. So we snuck over to one of them and we're like, hey, what's going on? They're like, yeah, we're both here. Everybody's kind of antsy, but whew, so far. But only some of only 8-9 snuck over. So we're 8-9 to the rest of the group was like, hey, go get the tank because they don't know we're here. So you guys went into the Alexander's hiding place, found the Alexander, found a couple of gems, including your own. You guys got it to work, and you disguised it as a big turtle.
Zeraton?
Yeah, I don't remember what the name of it is, but
Dog.
big turtle is what I will always call it from now on. It came out, scared the shit out of everybody, so everybody started running, including the Gith. Much to the commander's dismay, because he was very much like, we should stand and fight, and everybody was like, fuck that. And they left. And so after everybody ran away, 8-9 was like, no, lol, just kidding. That's ours. And we went up to Base Town all together and met Sarosh the Lion Dude, and we're like, yeah, we succeeded twice now. What's up? And then he was like, I need to see this thing. And we're like, please don't. But then he destroyed trees anyway.
Oh, no. He did not destroy trees.
Not trees? What did
the
he
doctor,
shoot?
No, Andrew.
Fucking arm took us.
Yeah.
That's right.
Cantopus.
We sent that thing to where it really should belong.
You know, in like a couple more levels, by the way, it would have survived that.
Oh, no.
Because it gets the retain 1 HP, like, instead of dying.
No. I think that would have made all of us really, really uncomfortable.
Good.
If it just, like, slink backed up.
We got the idea that Sarash didn't really like how stupid powerful the thing was. And so that got some of our gears turning. And he was like, well, time to take it back to the castle. See you guys later. And we were like, wait, but okay, I guess. And he went off.
Took our brand new toy.
Yeah.
Well, he hasn't quite gone off because, like, he was planning to, but, like, you know, depending on where you guys wanted to go, I wasn't going to leave you stranded. So
okay.
Based on, like, kind of the plan you guys have given me, like, you know, he will definitely, like, you can accompany him and the pride back to the castle if you wish. It won't be like, you know, he's not just gonna yeet, you know.
Okay. But that's.
I believe that's an action you can take in D&D is a yeet. It's a full round action.
Yeah. That's what I remember.
Get it as a bonus.
yeah. Rogues can do that as a bonus.
Yeah, cunning action. Yeah.
Hide and yeet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's where we're gonna pick up. You guys are in Base Town, and you know, so you guys have at least what you told me, sort of your offline plan. So if you now wanted to sort of communicate sort of your thoughts to Sarash and like go from there, we can do that. So we can kind of feel out what it is the party's looking to do here.
Well, if Sarash is heading back to teleport and taking this with him, we might as well go with him. Because that's where we'll get our reward, and that's where we can figure out our next plan of attack. So I guess we kind of communicate that to him.
Sure. Well, you want to head back with me in the Pride then, huh? That sounds good. Listen, it'll take about 2 days for us all to ride back. But you know, we got horses, and you guys fit nicely in the tank. So if you guys want to steer that back,
yes, we do.
Ride on the side.
You know, Sarash, I know this is pretty early on, but he's some kind of like master of arms or something, right?
Yeah, he's the commander of the army.
Listen, so you've seen what this thing can do.
Yeah, it's disgraceful.
Well, the Githyanki have one of those that can fly.
I see.
So, I'm not saying we need to decide on anything definitively right now, but you might want to think about how you want to handle that. Because at least this thing has to go over the ground. But if they can just cruise past those mountains, teleport's looking real vulnerable. You might want to look into getting a crack team. Ace. Sneaky, powerful, crafty, and unbelievably handsome heroes to help you deal with a problem like that.
Where would we find a crack team like that?
You had me up until the last one there, Azov.
Alright, fuck you, I guess.
His chuckle like kind of sounds like a low lion roar, you know. I'm kidding. Listen, you all have proven yourselves very, very viable in this whole operation. We have time to talk on the way back, so let's talk on this more, yeah?
Agreed.
Well,
if we're loading up to go for travel for 2 days, I'm going to make sure we have snacks for the road.
By all means, I'll gather up my pride and we'll hit the trail again. He'll let out like not like a fear roar, but like a signal kind of like that's like loud enough for the pride to hear.
Is there anything notable here where we are in Base Town? I don't think we're planning on spending a full day here or anything like that, but
I mean, honestly, no. It is not a very like it's on the map, but it is not like this is not a town known for anything. It was kind of built as a stopgap at the base of the mountains, hence the name Base Town, between some other settlements. Like when you guys did your one shot here, which Ryan, you were not a part of, but when the rest of the crew did the one shot that started here, the two shot, I literally was like, I'm gonna make a town that is not remarkable, just so that we don't, like, I don't have to think about lore. So maybe that is what's remarkable about it, is it's just, here it is. This is a town. It's got a tavern. It's got like everything. It's got what you would expect to find in town, right? It's not like they don't have anything going on, but it's like, it is genuinely nothing special.
I imagine all of their like tourist is like Base Town. I was there, and it's all like it's conveniently located. Like that's all that they're doing is like highlighting how much of a good spot it is.
Yeah,
located.
It's that billboard that says, "If you lived here, you'd be home by now."
Right,
and that's it.
It's like, guys, the keep prices here are really good. Honestly, they're really incentivizing people to put their legs down.
Oh man. Yeah, I mean, are there additional supplies you would want to? I mean, you guys did go shopping in Strong's Valley, which is definitely a more robust town. Oh, and by the way, if I didn't already say, the Anders and his guard would have just gone back to that town. They're not still with you, since they are the, guards of that town, or the army reserve of that town. But yeah, no, if there's other supplies you're looking to get, like, there would be a general store, there would be a blacksmith, things like that.
Nothing in particular, just like, oh, we're going to be on the road for a couple days, I'm going to go get some jerky and some snacks and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that certainly exists. It'll cost you 44 gold.
Man, jerky's so expensive.
Yeah, 43 of that gold is for the jerky. All the rest costs 1 gold. Oh,
and
man.
A pair of night vision goggles.
Yeah, they don't sell the headlamps either, unfortunately. So you've missed your shot on that one.
Let's get out of this dump.
I'm gonna make another deal with the devil. That's it. That's it. That's all we got.
I mean, hey, listen, you want to make a deal with the devil? We can make that happen.
Let's fucking go.
Listen, you grew up with tiefling twins. You seems like you already have the connection.
And I mean, I've already made a deal with Azov, so like the ice is broken. We might as well just shatter it and call it a day.
All right, so yeah, it's gonna be a two-day ride. When you set that down, it sounded like the Flintstones, like it sounded like Artem's like ka-dunk sound effect, like when we hit something.
On the bonk.
This nice stone coaster.
Yeah, set that down again, Sid.
Looks.
See? Did you hear it? It sounds like the bonk.
In stereo.
Oh man. Okay, so yeah, it's gonna be about a 2-day ride back. I'll just move your little indicator there. We're gonna move the little calendar guy over, so it is now the 16th. But we will now, we can RP out the discussion you are having along the way. So, yeah, you guys are riding in the Alexander. Sirash and his pride is kind of, not that this thing needs an escort, but riding alongside you. At some point during the trip, maybe once or twice, the juice that makes the tank go is going to stop. But thankfully, Sirash does have some magic users in his party. You got this individual here. You have this individual here. This one here is probably more of like an EK. So there are people who can, recharge it, refill the tank, so to speak. But yeah, along the way, at some point when you make a pit stop, Sirash will want to speak to you all sort of about this game plan. Right, so it seemed like you were all sort of volunteering for some sort of mission to go acquire the airship as well? Was I understanding you correctly there?
Well, volunteering sounds very generous and
Free.
Or
you'd want to be paid. Yes, I understand.
Yes,
What?
more with the promise of reward.
Right.
We have bills to pay.
Yes, and
Yes, we do.
I'm imagining you've rebuilt him by this point.
Oh, he doesn't have a mouth this time. It's kind of sad. It's all left hands. And an armpit.
Right, well,
Where his mustache is.
Oh.
ultimately, such a decision would have to be made by the.
I was gonna call him
Bad
Squidget.
That's funny. He's just been, his token is named Frankie, just so I have something to refer to him to just internally, but yeah, Bad Pit is funny. Right, well, ultimately that decision will have to be made by the whole council, of course, but I can put the motion forward. You, certainly though, you must understand the risk of going to the Eastern capital. I mean, it's enormous.
Indeed. Which would mean that whatever Ace Team was doing it would expect high compensation for going on what is otherwise considered a suicide mission.
Yeah, now listen, there's no need to be coy about this thing, Kit, and I understand you're referring to yourselves here. I get it. And as I said before, you've been, I mean, uniquely successful in procuring these things, so certainly your name is worth putting forward. If you wish to take such a risk, yeah, the reward would be there, but I just want to be upfront about how dangerous this would be. And if things go south, of course, you understand that Crown can't confirm that it has sent you. You know, I mean, the whole point of this thing was trying to avoid any sort of open war, and despite the situation with that bastard girl back at the castle, you know, still trying to keep all this thing sort of on the down low,
Perhaps.
you know? Exactly.
Well, as long as the Crown can confirm payment, I think we'll be good.
Listen, Ganlin counts his coin like no other. I don't think the reward would be the problem. It's more so if you wish to take on the risk of never seeing such a reward, because it is, I will repeat, a distinct possibility in such a dangerous place.
Well, we can go over specifics. You know, not all rewards need to come in forms of, you know, bags of gold. There are other
Fair enough.
things that I'm sure all of us would like. In
I
addition-
see. Well, why don't you take some time to think about that then, and talk about it later. In the meantime, you've all been away from the capital for a little bit of time now. I mean, is there anything you wish to know about what's been going on in the meantime?
Yeah, what, like 5 days? 4 days? 5, 6, 7 days?
Uh,
10 days?
it's probably more like that. Let's see.
27 days.
Who wants to play over under?
I'm gonna go with 11.
By the time you return, you will have been gone for 9 days.
Ah!
Did that
Says as
bastard
if she
Krill
did.
rent out my room, or is it still mine?
Krill, you said?
Did Krill pay his taxes?
Did he sell my room?
Oh, is it the
Do I still have
another
a room?
crab's treasure crab?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm afraid I don't know, Krill.
Count yourself lucky.
Listen though, based on what we've seen and what you guys are putting forward, I would say I support the plan. I saw what this thing can do, and if the other one can fly, frankly, I think it's better that no one has such power. So, count me on your side with that.
Now,
Okay, but
there
did
is
something happen in town? Hold up. Did something happen in town?
Well, you all brought in the redhead, that Esther girl, yeah? You were the ones that brought her in?
Yeah.
we did.
Right. So don't just don't
Shut
be
up.
alarmed. Don't be alarmed if you just see her walking about the castle.
Say more about that, please.
Why?
Right. Well, of course, the price for treason is. I'm sorry if you're hearing that siren outside the window. Well, the price for treason, of course, would be death. Unless, of course, someone were to step in, and, well, that is what the Queen Regent did. Now, she's never outright admitted that the girl is hers, but I don't know about you all, but that sounds more or less like an admission to me. No other reason to let her live. If she is just some unnamed rebel, who cares? If she really is the queen's daughter, and it's kind of seems like it, well...
So we probably pissed off the queen's daughter. That's cool.
You might have. Now she's restricted to the confines of the castle. Bit ironic that. Really wanted to get in. Now her punishment's not being able to leave. So most people outside of the castle walls are unaware of the situation. But considering you all will be within the castle walls and you brought her in, it's only fair that you know.
So what is her current status then? Because she did try to do a coup.
Correct.
And now she just lives at the castle. How did that happen? Did she have a really good lawyer?
Well, she has a really good mother, who is a very well-liked queen regent, who put forward that she not be killed.
Ah, nepotism.
More or less. Call it house arrest.
Don't let her perform in a play, please.
I don't know what that means.
That's okay.
Alright. She's, doesn't seem to be the acting type.
Okay, so what you're saying is this woman, who up until a few weeks ago was priority number 1, capture, is now just in the castle.
That's what I'm telling you.
Bitch, people just have all the luck, don't they? Shit.
Now, I still want to see justice done in this situation, and I think the closest thing I'm gonna get is figuring out who let her in the first place. That's one thing we have yet to solve.
So need to solve who's been leaking information to get Yankee.
Well, I would assume that's one and the same, right? Whoever let her in must be the one that knew she was coming, right? And had that communication.
I mean, if we were to have access to the castle, we could be impartial investigators.
You will be coming in to collect a reward.
Is there another reward for finding whoever was giving out that information?
Suppose there could be.
Another contract, another day.
Let's just talk one reward at a time, though, shall
I
we?
just really like we're over here like, you know what'd be nice? Fucking money!
Listen, it's certainly not out of the question. I don't know that the council will be ready to receive you the moment we arrive. But next time you're in the castle, you may get your chance to snoop
Wait.
around.
Okay.
Well, it's not like she can do anything. She's just under a house arrest. But
She's just the daughter of the queen and has a grudge against the people that brought
maybe
her in.
don't piss her off further.
Could argue that we expedited the process and just got her the seat quicker, but I feel like there's gonna be bad blood there.
Oh, she holds no actual royal ties. She just gets to hold on to her life. Guess I didn't already
Technically,
say.
I wasn't a part of the team at the time, so I'm good.
You are good. Shit.
She gets nothing and will inherit nothing, but she doesn't lose her life.
Live in a castle, worry-free, paid meals.
For now.
Hey, listen, I had to fight my way up to the top. I saw my share of struggle and loss. Some people just get born into it. Such is life, right?
I guess.
Anyway, point being, you may get an opportunity to snoop around and consider permission for me to do that. Just, once again, keep it a little under wraps. Don't want whoever the mole is knowing what's going on.
Is he the mole? Can I insight check him?
By all means.
He's a lion. What are you talking about?
He is clearly not a mole.
And while you're rolling that insight, roll for initiative too. I'm just kidding. Ooh,
Oh, shit!
18. So is Henry? Are you? This is you're inciting that? Is he the mole?
Yeah. He's
Okay.
very specifically giving us leeway to go snooping around a fucking castle.
Yeah.
And then
Basically,
he's like, just keep it on the sneaky sneaks, gang.
basically, it's so you got that's a really good roll. So essentially, you've more than proven yourselves to him, and he's like, please, by all means, do what you got to do. And then the other side of it, why he's like, be sneaky, is because he's like, he alone cannot technically grant you that permission, but he's like, just don't tell anybody I told you could do this.
But I don't get the vibe that he's trying to.
You get no vibe that he's trying to hide something or
Redirect.
cover something up.
Okay.
Still more than welcome to search his stuff in the castle too, but he is. You do not get any misdirection vibe.
Okay.
Who's Tai Lung?
He's the bad guy from Kung Fu Panda 1.
Oh, okay. I've never seen any of those, but I hear they are good.
They're solid.
Dick, what?
Okay. Is there any other business or conversations, like inside scoops kind of thing, you would want to try to get from Siraj before you get to the capital, or we can fast forward to you guys getting back?
Not anything with the lion.
Okay.
But if we have some downtime while we're traveling,
You got 2 days.
I am kind of curious how different crystals affect different.
Things.
Yes.
Oh wow, that's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got that DreamWorks face.
Ian Shane's voice, and we're keeping it that way.
But if anyone has story or lore stuff they want to explore first, feel free.
I think I'm curious if the Southpaw and Matron kill each other yet. Like, have I burned enough time that I ain't got to deal with this?
Oh,
Probably not.
interesting. Are you gonna ask him about that?
Yeah,
Siraj
just straight
about
up. Be like, hey, have they fought it out yet?
I don't know too much about that.
Oh, okay.
Seems like things are still simmering. Of course, you could always ask Bertrand, or Ganlin always seems to keep his eye on it too. I guess there's money to be made in the black market with all that. Potentially.
Do you know?
It's funny you say that though, Sid. Yeah. Anyways.
I can excuse you.
So just maybe you'll get more answers later tonight.
Oh, great, thanks.
Oh, by the way, also half the city's on fire. No.
Great.
Ryan, you want to try out different crystals? We can see what happens.
Yeah, I don't know what people want to try, but I feel like I can figure out what, like, some things would do. But
Right.
What does, for instance, Misty Step do? Does that just teleport us 30 feet like the regular spell does?
So you have in at least in the way the tank is built, you have like the pilot's seat, so you have a slot for make the thing go and make it go in various ways. You have 2 weapon slots because there's kind of 2 cannons on either side, and you have at the captain's chair there's like a mod slot, if you will. So really the only one that would be affected by that would kind of be the mod slot. And so if you were to do that, because of the 50 times rule, and that's not necessarily universally applicable, but in this case it would be 1,500 feet.
Oh! So how far is 1,500 feet?
Is that a mile?
No, it's.
I don't know.
a fifth.
Oh, it's
I don't know.
5,280.
Okay, thank you.
Not
I don't know.
mile is 5,200.
Okay, Sid. Here, let me just show you a random photo from Google Earth. You tell me where it is.
About a third of a mile is traveled in about an instant.
Now it is, that is then expended, the crystal. But if you, so is the idea like you're gonna, so if you try that out, you will zing forward like to the horizon, and you'll just hear like Siraj like way up in the distance, like, wait, hold on.
Hey guys, I just got us a tank. What's up? Let's go.
Run!
No, I could charge one up with inflict wounds or Tasha's caustic brew. That could be nice and nasty.
That would be sick.
Yeah, I mean, if you're just
Literally.
trying out weapons along the way, let's go to the big map so we kind of see what's along the route here.
Also,
Unless you
college
wanna use
that
questions for
song.
silvery barbs. My god.
What's that song from Apocalypse Now? The like.
Oh, Flight of the Valkyries.
No, not that one.
Oh, yeah. Fortunate Son.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
We just loaded up with weapons and we're like driving across. It's like, thank you. That's the one.
Yeah. Some folks smoke on. Yeah, I got you.
Oh.
I know the real words. I don't know why I muttered noise. Anyways,
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it
Song.
sounded like.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know the words. I'm like, something. I think there's sun something.
Yeah.
All I know is-
some folks are born waving the flag.
Oh, that red, white.
Ooh, they're red,
Yeah.
white, and blue. Yeah, yeah. Hit me. Yeah, basically, yeah, that's what's happening. So along the way, yeah, like you're crossing some rivers, you're passing by Mountain View Farms, the Hall of Judgment's off on the horizon. That's something that y'all would be familiar with, by the way. It's not anything like that's lore important right now, but it is a building you all would know of the concept. So yeah, like I mean, if you're trying to throw in some caustic brews or whatever just to see what happens, we can do the rolls. We can see what happens. It's up to y'all.
I want to see what happens.
I also would like to see what happens.
All right.
Let me fiddle with it.
Tasha's caustic brew is
It's a line of acid.
Yeah.
So I don't know that it wouldn't necessarily affect the distance. But Andrew, if you want to roll 100 d4s of acid damage, we can see what that looks like. Assuming it's a level 1.
It's like I don't want to. It is a level 1.
We got downtime.
Yeah, it would be 100. Yeah, like if we can say this is like during the trip, so like it's a 2-day trip. You will be long rested by the time you get back to town. You're not actually going to burn anything here. And be like mean and like suddenly throw like a Tarrasque. Although I mean, Brandon, you could handle it in the tank. There you go. Yeah, 255 acid damage hits a patch of grass, and it will never grow back again. Probably.
Just corrode into the earth.
I mean, yeah, it's not like you're not like leaving a crater, but it's probably like you just like and like over this like 30-foot line. I mean, it just looks like, I don't know, like a giant peed. Like you pee on the grass and it just it dies.
What have I done? Look what I have wrought!
He's just next to you like... Anything else wanted to be tested out just for the funsies on the way?
Silvery barbs.
That's psychic?
That is...
It's a reroll.
Yeah.
I don't, because not everything would like work, so I'm not sure. I would need to see, and see if any like.
It magically distracts a creature, and then you basically give it disadvantage and give somebody else advantage.
Yeah, I don't know that. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know that it would be magnified, like the other things are. But I would say
this is why we're asking now.
No, it's fair. Yeah, I'm just not sure. I don't see how that would do that. You know what I mean?
Heard, Chef. Heard. Yeah.
Yeah.
How
like
about,
it's the same. Sorry, go ahead.
You go.
I was gonna say it's. I almost want to say it'd be the same for like cutting words, but I also like the idea of the cannon being like your mother sucks, just really loud.
Just turns into a bullhorn.
Yeah.
Well, on the subject of like command or social spells, can I have all of Sirach's men stand next to the tank, and then I load command into it and try and get them all to grovel?
I feel like in the same way that for like the same reason that the silvery barbs didn't work, it's the same thing. It's like you can't like magnify a mental thing.
Okay.
It's like
Fair.
Elemental is the idea with the weapon.
Sure.
Okay.
All right. I'm just trying to figure out where the limitations are.
No, that's fine. I'm figuring out with you. I'm like, let me make sure let's define the rules. That way,
That
we
makes
know
sense
what
to
we're
me. A
getting
tank wouldn't have psychic abilities.
Yeah, and I mean neither does the sub or the plane. Like neither or the airship. Like yeah, neither of them are psychic.
But I could do sword burst.
The airship can drop bombs and read your mind.
Now, fairy, on the other hand, I assume it just is a big old area.
Is fairy fire an area?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I would say
literally everybody within it.
Yeah, so I would say that would work. I don't think it wouldn't be 50 times. Like it wouldn't be as much of a magnification, but I'm gonna say that would
like up to 100 feet cube or 150 foot cube.
What is it normally?
20 foot.
Yeah, like 100. To be fair. Especially like in your case, Andrew, because you're an artificer and it's like a physical thing that would be kind of magnified. That makes like a lot of sense to me.
The bang mortar shell.
Bobby?
Bang it! Oh, there's my new character. Oh boy.
But yeah, something like, you know, like a hellish rebuke doesn't make sense. You know, like there are things that wouldn't work. Anything else? Yeah.
Would Fog Cloud get its AoE expanded?
I would say Fog. Yeah, Fog Cloud. I would say would work.
So like Fog Cloud would make like 100 radius. Cloud of fog.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Just this tank would just go. Yeah. Yeah, that's like a roach bomb coming out of a tank.
I can kind of figure out with the rest of these how they would work.
Like theoretically, yeah. I think like it makes like most of these you can just visualize, you know.
Oh, dude! If I stack Sanctuary in there, would that just be like a force field?
Would be cool.
It would, but it wouldn't necessarily it wouldn't multiply it. I don't think, but it would work that way. Like someone would you could do I mean, granted, I haven't calculated this thing's AC. It's probably insane, but like yeah, if you did like shield, technically yes, it would, you know, also have that added to it. So, I mean, yeah, I guess a sanctuary, you could put the that would go in like the mod slot kind of, if you will, because you know, if you put spider climb in the cannon, nothing's gonna happen. You know what I mean?
It doesn't shoot spiders.
No. Oh dang! Just 50 spiders.
Spider cannon.
A spider gun.
Bigger.
Artem, do you want your shotgun to be a spider gun? Because maybe
more.
It's like that. It's like the Fallout mod where you just hold down the button and it just infinitely. It's like the infinite junk from the rocket launcher, and it's just spiders. A spider gun.
That's my nightmare.
Oh man, that is kind of horrifying.
Absolutely.
Actually, if you were to do infestation out of the weapon.
Ooh, light out of cannon.
Blight is I would say yeah. Okay, I think a blight would work. And anything that's anything that's a touch wouldn't work. You could not cure wounds out of a cannon. I don't think you couldn't inflict wounds out of a cannon. You could
heal you so hard you have immortality now.
I would say you could healing word out of a cannon because it's the verbal thing. You know what I mean? And I like the idea. It's funny to me that cutting words would work. So therefore, I would also say healing word would work. If only because I think it's funny to literally just turn it into a bullhorn.
I'm just gonna cast alarm on it so that when we walk away, if anyone tries to mess with it, it goes.
That's fair. Okay, any other experiments with the tank? No one wants to load in Meteor?
Yeah.
If only
Best
we could.
I could do is sword
If
first.
we had it.
Level 9 spell times 50. Oof. Alright, so you eventually are going to get back to teleport, and at this point, yes, Raj is going to pull it over for a second and just, alright, well, we're going to have to get this thing to a castle, so whichever one of you wants to steer, now's the time. We'll clear the way, just be careful, yeah?
Are we doing this in broad-ass daylight?
Yeah, he's bringing this back.
Damn.
It's not
We don't
exactly
really-
a secret then.
Well, we don't exactly have a secret way to get a tank into the city, do we?
Misty Step doesn't go through walls, does it?
It goes wherever you can see.
I think it's where you can see it.
Yeah. I mean, if you could... Theoretically... Theoretically, if you were to... Let's go back to the teleport stuff.
Or binoculars.
Yeah. I mean, alright. Theoretically, if you were to take this thing somehow down, like, around the shoreline and not enter town, you could zoop it over the castle wall. It is theoretically possible.
Let's do it.
I was about to say that doesn't seem like a good idea.
I mean, it's either that or we're dragging it through town. Everybody and their brother's gonna see it.
Could we at least invisible it?
Well, I mean, I will say to that point, I mean, the ship was probably already seen going the other direction.
Yeah, but then as far as, like...
The airship.
But nobody knows that we have something.
So, one half the continent knows about an airship, and what they want to do with it is their business. But right now we have a secret submarine that so far no one knows about.
Correct, fully underwater.
Base Town knows about the tank, but no one ever goes to Base Town.
Yeah, you're safe. So basically no one knows.
So if we can keep this secret, I say we keep it secret for now.
Hard agree.
Alright, let's take the long way around. Say, there was a spider climb crystal in there, wasn't there?
There was?
Yes.
You think?
Mm-hmm.
Well, then if we take it around the perimeter, we can just walk it over the walls. No need to bamf around at all.
So,
and I think we also technically have an invisibility, but I don't know if they can be loaded at the same time.
I think they can only be one at a time.
Correct. It would be one at a time, but you can invisible yourself while you do the route around and then over the wall. So like looking at this photo here, if you were to walk, if you did it over like a back wall back this, that's like there isn't town over there. You know what I mean? Like the city's only here. So you could do that. If you wanted to, you could theoretically walk it around town, like around the edge of town enough that it would not be seen. And you could spider climb yourself over a wall.
Is that like on the water back there? Is it like a dramatic vista over a cliff over the water?
More or less, yeah. There's like some rocky shoreline back there.
It's like not everything, not all the royal castle is like behind this wall, right?
Yeah, it could be like it could be like three walls, not like completely surrounded because there's no need for the back wall. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, like the Cloud District or whatever it's called, but still.
Yeah, that's yeah. I think that checks out. All right, well then let's do it. I mean, this thing's got legs, so it ought to be able to adjust to the terrain, right? Well, tell you what. You all take your horses back. I'm gonna go with these fellas just to make sure, with these kittens, just to make sure we get over the wall. Got maybe a little room for one more in there. Might be a little snug. Sarash coming in. And he'll shimmy in with you all. Right. Well, I guess let's do this then. By the way, who has been driving? Or I guess maybe you guys have taken shifts.
That's a good question, actually.
This body language is Siraj being kind of cramped in there with you all. If that works.
Oh, mine was pressing against the wall.
Yeah.
I don't have any kind of proficiency with vehicles, gentlemen.
I don't know that anyone does.
I've gotten the hang of it.
Yeah, the doctor did drive it first.
Azov has vehicles Watcher, but he would be interested in knowing how these things work in general.
Sure,
So
yeah. I mean, you all could
walking through water.
Yeah, you guys could definitely take turns. Like, there's no reason you couldn't. So yeah, it will. You spider walk your way round and over, and you hear Sarash on his sending stone just like, yeah, have them clear out the training grounds. We're bringing something in, and yeah, you could 100% do that. You could bring it in stealthily.
which you see, you know, there's no need to roll for that. I'm going to say you circumvent the city and you circumnavigate the city in such a way that, you know, you can do that. You can take the equivalent of a 20 to move a tank.
Yeah.
Right. Well, suppose that's mission accomplished for now. Listen, I'm gonna have to report back to the council about everything that's happened. It's what time is it? Early evening now. Do y'all mind just coming back in the morning and then get you a reward? And if there's an opportunity to do a little look around, you do that too?
Sure.
All right. Well, one of my men will take you to the wall or to the gate, and sincerely, thank you all for your hard work.
I'll move. You guys would actually be like in. Nope, don't do that. You guys would actually be like in the castle training grounds now, because that's kind of where you would drop the tank off. You may have noticed this is the same training grounds from the episode 0. I just cropped it slightly differently, because there's not a big tower in the back. But I was like, I've already got a good enough photo for this.
All right. Well, I'll see you all in the morning then. Enjoy your evenings, huh?
Have a good night.
All right. And sincerely, the commander of the teleport and what the heck is the name of it? Pentaclea thanks you. That's me. I don't know why I said it in third person.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
About to say too. How do you know? It's late.
Yeah.
All right. So mission accomplished for now.
Woo!
And
Where
yeah,
are we
you
being
can,
put up? Are
well,
we
you're all
staying in a
from-
room or?
You're all from here, more or less.
Oh, wonderful. Good. Good.
Wait, so
don't-
Krill sold your room? Who's Krill?
My landlord.
Gross.
Yes. He runs the butcher shop and he sells me the room.
Tell you other things from the butcher shop?
I mean, the occasional steak.
Insight check.
Does he sell you corpses, Doctor? Does he give you, like, animal parts?
Yeah, what is this, Sweeney Todd?
The
No.
David Barber of down the street.
That's very good. No. Come on. No. Come on.
I'm gonna incite that now. Now
Right.
you did too many times. One too many times.
This is like the goblin that was in the cage. Like, come on, man.
I didn't care. Now I care.
Ooh. Now I have some decisions to make.
I feel like Henry just squinted at him real hard, and then he goes, "No!" And then Aesop and 8 and I were like,
We just like slide into frame.
Well, then.
It's like once or twice, but like, you know,
Oh,
it was. Well, I mean, he couldn't sell it. It was past its prime anyway. He got to it a little late, so I got a good price on it. It worked out for both of us.
Listen, Doctor, maybe we should have a little chat about your activities. And Azov's gonna put her arm around you in a semi-threatening way, in like a you're being friendly, but you're not in a friendly way. It's like, listen, we're in a really good spot right now to get in good with the crowd. It'd be really nice if this B team thing, you know, worked out well for all of us. Lots of gold, prestige, power, influence. But, and I get it, you've been helpful so far. Figuring out the tank and, you know, the other thing that we're talking about. But, we gotta be cool, alright, man? Can you be cool?
Absolutely. Cool is my middle name.
Okay, so then what's that thing? Because that is not cool. And I'm gonna point to your little friend.
You don't think that's cool?
Can you make him cuter, maybe? I'm not saying go murder a dog, but like anything.
Well, then
anything would be.
What? So a kitten?
No.
Put a couple kitten heads on there.
No. I forget I said it.
It only needs one head and 2 legs.
How about
and 2
a
arms.
disguise? How about a cloak, a disguise? You know.
Imagine how
does
it
give me
would
an
look
idea.
moving with a cloak on. Like, it's just like one of those dances where they're like, no, you don't get to do like footsteps, and so it's more of a glide that you got going on.
You're having this conversation about disguise, and it reaches up and it tugs your pant leg with one of its legs, and it shows you it's like it's got a little hat, and it's like, oh.
What about like something?
Now he's a little sailor.
Now the monstrosity has a hat. Suddenly I like it. Suddenly I'm into it.
What about something like this? You know, it covers it like a bag, but it's cute on the outside, but all the horror stuffed inside. How does that sound? Just while we're on polite company, it can come out when we're fighting people, but like, I don't want them to get spooked. How about a bed sheet with eye holes cut out?
I mean, okay, that's simple. I was thinking I could replace it with something a little more human.
I'm worried what that will look like.
Where's the morgue again?
You know where the morgue is.
I do.
You have been to the morgue in this campaign.
I have a weird question. Does it have feelings?
Oh yes, its nervous system is completely intact. That's one of the harder things to...
You're ugly. I yell at the thing.
Oh.
Multiple hands.
It seems to have feelings.
Interesting. How about
Oh
that?
no! It's got feelings?
Does it remember when you murderized it earlier? Or was that
looks
part
up-
vaporized?
No, these were the hands from, buddies.
So that other one's dead, right? That one's not a...
Oh yes! Not coming back from that!
2?
Sorry?
Did that one have feelings too?
I suppose given what we know now, it's possible.
I need to get out of here. As somebody who really likes just the hideous, most hideous fucking cats, learning this thing has feelings.
Azov, while we're having this heart-to-heart, I need you to do something for me.
If it's getting you body parts, it's a firm maybe. It depends on how much gold you have.
Good to know. No, you see the moon up there? It's a little big right now. Yes.
The moon?
Yes. It's pretty full out there. Yes.
Don't tell me you're a werewolf too.
I need you to chain me up tonight.
You're kidding.
I can't let anything happen to anybody.
Oh my god.
I feel like Henry was walking away and then just turned right back around.
God forbid I get out and something happens to one of you. I don't know what I'd do.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same.
Is this?
Oh, those are insight checks? What would that be against?
Deception?
Are
If
you
you're
being
lying?
truthful? I mean, don't tell us if you're being truthful or not. Do your shit, but
As up, you can't
persuasion
tell.
or deception?
I don't think you can tell if he's fucking with you or not.
I'm at an 11.
8, 9. He believes it. He is very scared right now.
Andrew, what the fuck did you do?
Doctor, I'll tell you what. I think this might actually work out for both of us. I know the perfect place. I was gonna go to another place tonight, But now that you mentioned chains, I know another place that we could go to.
Oh my god.
So we're both happy.
Oh, thank God. He's pulled out some like chains and a lock. Like, okay.
Oh no, they have them. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Fantastic. Yes, lead the way. How with the beds? Do I need to bring my own sheets?
No, but you will want to watch yourself afterwards. And I'm gonna head to the red light district, where I assume there's a Castlevania themed BDSM
Sure.
service area, and he's just gonna tell them like, he's really freaky. He likes to be chained up and have nothing happen to him, no matter what.
Like totally.
I'll take the
left alone.
usual.
That's not true. That's not
You
true.
hand him your punch card.
Oh.
Yes, good to
Ooh,
see you
next-
back, Mr. Azov. And who's our new customer?
Oh, this is the doctor. He's very sick, extremely sick. He needs
Oh,
one of your
hi.
best nurses.
And we do have many nurses, or at least they pretend to be. Right this way.
I'm pretty sure you could lose your license for that.
Have fun, and that don't have fun.
What else are people doing this evening in the capital?
A normal fucking tavern, having dinner, and going to bed.
Right?
Hey, Nine, you're welcome to join.
No.
Drew, what did you do?
I don't
I
think
can't remember
I
every time.
actually, you know what? I don't think 8-9 even answers. He just walks away.
One of these days he's gonna say yes. I just keep asking him.
8-9, are you going to pick up your weapon tonight or in the future?
I didn't know if I could tonight because presumably the kobold's in the castle, right?
His workshop
Still
is
the
separate
stone.
from it.
Oh,
He's a contractor.
Then-
Yeah.
absolutely. He's gonna go to that
Yes!
workshop.
All right. So are Henry and 8-9 sticking together for a bit, or are you both going your separate ways for the evening? Just depends on where I take the screen.
Anything going on? Because if not, I'm avoiding that.
I mean,
Say that
I have
again?
to go pick up a gun.
Can I
Oh, I
come?
should have gone with
Sure.
the gun.
Awesome. I'm going with him.
No, right this way, Doctor. Come to our chain room.
Okay, so Henry and 8-9 are headed to Kobold's workshop, and it is open. You know where to find it. Kobold would have told you. And as you, let me see here. Okay, we'll move this in first. So you open it. You're seeing that now, right? That's on the screen. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you open it, you see the little shop, and working by the counter, there's a little creature. He's kind of turning a wrench, working on something. He just turns around when you walk in, and just like you walk in, and he just turns around. He's working on a little project.
Oh, hey! How you two doing? Friends of the boss?
Yeah. He said I could stop by and possibly get a weapon from him.
Oh, cool. What are your names, please?
8-9.
Henry?
Okay, cool. Just give me a second. And he's gonna, like, set the wrench down. Hey, don't touch the armor. You've been warned.
And then he's going to walk over, knock on a door, like a door kind of behind the counter, and just like Castlevania, that rules. He goes and knocks on it.
Mr. Cobalt, some friends of yours here, at 8-9 and a Henry.
The door opens, and
Oh, yes. It's what wonderful to see you all again. I see you've met Jex, my apprentice of sorts. Jex, I hope you treated everybody well. Yeah, well, I guess I was polite to you guys. I'm gonna go work on my armor sword. Nice to meet you.
Have a good one.
also he is as tall as you think he is from this picture.
Is
He's like 3
is the
feet tall.
thing
Itty
next
bitty.
to him the armor?
It is.
That's
He's
kinda
tweaking
cool.
this. He's tweaking this like little quadrupedal. He himself is an artificer and like learning to be an armor. It seems.
Right. Well, Henry, 8-9. I guess the other two, or the other, yes, the satyr and the fishman went off to their own business, huh? And you two just came to say hello, and 8-9, I presume, to pick up your special order. Is that correct?
Yeah, pretty much.
Spot on.
Excellent. Well, just give me a moment. I'm going to give me a moment. I need to fetch it from the back. Is that okay? Jax, you can continue to entertain our guests, I suppose. Be right back. Let me go fetch that. And Cobalt will go back into the back. Jax is just working on his armor. Yeah. So, like, what's your guys' deal or whatever?
Nothing. What's your favorite color?
My favorite color?
Yeah.
Or orange.
Hmm.
I don't know if that was like predetermined or whatever, but it is.
It just works out, I guess.
Yeah, kind of. Hey, you guys ever like? You guys are like adventurers, right?
I guess.
You guys ever do like adventure like crimes?
What do you have planned?
Oh, I don't have anything.
How old is Izzy?
How old are you? Where are your parents?
Let me check lizard folk lifespan real quick, so I can give you a good answer.
Because I taught my kids how to jimmy locks. Like I'll do this too.
Okay, it's actually pretty similar to humans, 60 to 80 years. So he is
I'm a big old double digits, ma'am. I am 10.
That's way too young.
With the power and knowledge of much more. I mean, I did build this. Ding! He gives it a ding, and like some parts fall off. I'm still working on it. Anyways, no, I was just wondering because like I like doing this thing for Mr. Cobalt, but sometimes it gets a little boring, and I know that sometimes other kids like get into trouble, and it kind of sounds more fun.
It's not fun. It's actually pretty awful.
That's
to be
pretty
honest.
terrible.
Oh,
You don't want to.
This is actually a really cool gig.
that if Mr. Cobalt asks, I didn't say anything
Say anything about what?
about the crimes.
No, honey, I don't know anything.
Right, well, okay, here we are then, yes. 8-9, here you are. One extra special boom shot just for you. That he will hand you.
You got a fucking double barrel shotgun.
And I've already laid out like
Nice.
I've already laid out the rules for Artemis how this works, but now you have a close range option.
I don't suppose that I could test this out somewhere.
Oh,
Candace shooting two in the back.
I suppose we could settle something up in the basement. I'm combining the voices now. I suppose we could settle something up in the basement if you want to follow me, 8-9, and Henry, you're welcome to join. If not, I'm sure Jax could continue to entertain you up here. But 8-9, you can follow me downstairs. And he'll go down.
He's gonna follow him and load it up.
Okay, is Henry going to go as well?
I want to see this thing go.
Okay. You go down, and yeah, he's probably got like.
Well, all right then. Let me just sort of. This is expendable, yes,
And he's gonna like set like an empty sort of like beaker or something up on his shelf and just.
All right, have at it. Shouldn't be too bad on the brick. Not that my work is underpowered, but you understand. We can fire into some of that. This should be okay. It's not flesh. Anyway, give it a pull.
First thing, 8-9 is going to move the scope from the crossbow to this thing to make it magical, and then he's gonna give it all he's got.
Well, I'm already charging it up. I see. Okay.
So yeah, called Blam. It's not bad.
The beaker shatters. There's a little bunch of dust flies up from the bricks. Some things rattle.
I felt that one up here, Mr. Cobalt. Right, well, seems to be very successful maiden voyage of the boom shot. I help you all with anything else. If not, I think I'm going to close up relatively soon.
Actually,
Yes.
do you have anything for a lowly human who can't see in the dark?
Oh, you want night vision?
Yes.
I think I have some goggles around here somewhere. You understand, I still am looking to make a profit off of a lot of this, yes?
Yeah. Like, I'll pay for it. If I wanted to steal it, I would have stolen it.
Well, I'm glad you didn't. Let me just rummage around for a moment there.
All right. So give me a second. So I can give you a good.
If it's over $1,000, I'm gonna hunt you down at your home.
Okay. It's just uncommon, so it's not crazy.
Let me pull up Expedia. I'm gonna start looking at plane tickets. Hold on.
Also, how much do I owe him again? I forgot.
I don't remember either.
Friendship.
I don't remember. If you want to scrub to try to find it, you can, but I honestly do not remember. Let's see. Let's see what we got. Oh, I did have him written in my notes as Coblad, which is not accurate. Let me just fix that. Bolt.
Are you sure it's not Coblad?
Coblad.
Big, like, corn
Child
fan?
of a corn on the cob. I didn't write it down, Artem. I'm sorry, but whatever you figured out, you can just subtract it. I won't worry. I won't sweat it. And then Sid will say 150 gold. He'll give you a friends and family discount.
Fine.
Right. Well, Jax will just bring that up, and then we'll probably close up shop. But listen, if you need anything else, just come on by. Happy to be of service. Happy to be of service back in Icewind too. And make your acquaintance and all that.
Have a good one, gentlemen.
All right.
Yeah. Actually, can I pick up extra bullets while I'm there for it? You said it comes with 20. I should probably buy more.
Yeah, I gave you the cost, right?
Yes, I just gotta find it. But I'll subtract that.
Yeah. It's basically like 1.5 times the cost of arrows. And then they're not retrievable because they're bullets. Okay, so we'll take a bio break in a moment. That way you can kind of have all the castle business after. But we have one more sort of evening thing to touch on. So Azov is off, blowing off some steam. The doctor is
A little tied up at the moment.
Yes.
Zing.
Bo is also blowing off some steam. 8-9's gonna go to, I guess, wherever it is he normally crashes for the night. Cool. Henry's gonna do the same. Henry,
Kill me.
when you get to wherever you
can
normally
see this happen now.
Uh-huh. Because I have the goggles. I can see it.
Sure. When you get into your home or your apartment, whatever it is, your little hideaway, you walk inside. There'll be some individuals inside already.
No, I picked an abandoned home for a reason, because usually it's abandoned and there's nobody here.
Yeah, well, surprise then. It's occupied.
Wait,
And
okay,
apparently
I was like, if I talk to the matron that way, I'm just gonna leave.
No. It's the Tiefling twins are in your house. So yeah, you open the door, and Cirrus, Cirrus and Sable are inside. Well, look who's back in town.
It's been like hanging out here, like.
The Sable looks at Cirrus with the same expression here, and then back at you. We have camped out for a few hours waiting for you to return, yes.
Oh. Do you find my stash of gold? Do you want it? Is that why you're here, or?
Oh, no, nothing like that. Just passing along a message.
Okay.
You recall what our boss said to you last time about your assistance being required in our little scuffle?
I do.
Right. Well, today is the evening of the 16th, and on the evening of the 18th, we plan on making our move. And we hope that the matron can count on you being present.
Sure. Absolutely.
Roll a deception for me.
Yes.
If that is intentional.
Oh, hey.
You are a rogue, so I assume you have something good. You know,
Well, I'm not a charismatic rogue, so.
Cool. You say absolutely. Great. Well, I suppose we'll see you there, won't we?
Where? Like, are we just like?
she'll reach in and like hand you a little like folded up piece of paper with the matron's sign on it, and sort of like those notes you found for like the last scuffle. It'll say like the party starts at this particular intersection of these two streets on the 18th at that specified hour in the evening.
Does it like go till question marks or?
Basically, yeah. Until the party's over.
Okay. Well, it was lovely seeing you both. I'm awfully tired. So if you would kindly both fuck off.
Don't worry, we know how lovely it is seeing us. And
Love it. Favorite pastime. Good night.
Yeah. You walk out, Sable turns around.
Yeah, you do look tired, Henry. Why don't you get that rest?
Closing the door.
That hurt a lot, but I'm actually very tired.
Alright. So, we might as well let's just take our bio break now, and then we come back, we'll do all the castle stuff. Does that work, or do you guys want to? We'll do it then. We'll do a bio break.
I want a flash over to fucking Dr. Andrew. I want to know what's happening over there.
Sure, Andrew, take us into break. What's the doctor doing?
But I mean, I don't see how any of you would know, so I can't really can't part that kimono, you know?
Can't part that kimono.
Oh, see, I was going to post a gif of what's going on over there.
Oh, what do you presume?
We're not next to each other, obviously, but it's...
And of course,
I love that scene just because of like the two of them like going from to yeah, and then just one's consistent. One's just oh no, this is awful.
Oh man. Alright, bio break then. We'll be back in a few.
We're back.
Did I?
Did you?
You're such a bitch.
Son of a.
I trust you had a good evening, Doctor.
I slept.
Right, okay, well, remember to leave us a review on
I slept.
Bell.
How much do I owe, or was that on Azov's tab?
Well, your friend Azov is a frequent customer. Consider the first one free.
Igor! What another lovely night. My compliments.
So glad you had a good time, Azov.
Yes. Oh, Doctor, how are you handling?
I'm fine. Fine, yes.
Great. There are no messes we need to clean up or anything like that?
No, it appears the chain's held fast.
Cleaning up a mess is my favorite part of the job.
What kind of hotel is this, Azov?
That's what I ask myself every time I come here.
Certainly I've heard of this place. I don't know. We'll figure that out later.
Igor, make sure you send my regards to Anisas, Frisolis, Lexvorli, Rosas, Rihali, Revine, and Yazis. They always do the best service.
Put a bunch of names backwards?
I had to search tiefling names.
Oh, gotcha.
Yes, we'll let them all know that you had a good time. Did you name 6 names? Wow.
Yes.
Is that a new record for you?
I'm sorry?
Is that a new record for you, Fix?
Well, I've been gone for quite some time, so...
Right. Well, I'll go clean up the mess.
Sorry about that. But thank you!
Nothing to apologize for.
If I had art for this guy, it would be Trotter from Fear and Hunger, by the way.
Is that the torture guy?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, perfect.
Sid is aghast.
He giggled when he said, I'm gonna go clean up the mess. Like, he was, like, stoked about it.
He said it's his favorite part of the job.
Listen, you love what you do. You never work a day in your life.
From down the hall, you just hear, oh, wow.
Incredible. Gotta get those morning stretches in. How are you doing? Sounds like you didn't have any problems.
If the dreams were as horrid as the waking, the hours... I'm collecting myself. Let's just find the others, I think.
Alright, for those who haven't played Fear and Hunger, hopefully this image works. Here's Igor.
And breakfast. Certainly breakfast, yes.
I like that it displays as a PNG. That's kind of fun.
Breakfast, definitely. Something with electrolytes in it, ideally.
Alright. So everybody has their breakfast, and at some point, all 5 of you, because Bo is also still there, just silent and high, with Richard not being here. You have your breakfast, and then you head to the castle. Let's go over to the tighter shot of the castle. Let's zoom in. Zoom into the tight shot of the castle. Thank you. All right. I actually need to refresh my page real quick because it's being all silly. But okay. So you get there. You will be escorted in and brought back up to the council room. And the same 6 faces that you saw before are there. Good old King Rayland is here. Torsair Grassweaver, which, Andrew, that is the father of the character you played back in the Elephant one-shot. As per the backstory you made, he is the new, basically, Hand of the King. Sarash is here. Holy Mother Mithrate is here. Ganlin the One Zorik is here. And then our good old pal Bertrand is here. So you get inside, and the first thing that happens is good old, your orcish kingpin buddy here is just,
Yes, well, you all have done very well and been successful. Did you forget this was my voice? You all have done very well in your business, and I believe it was another 150 gold to all of you. And Doctor, may I congratulate you on being the sole inheritor of the second half of the award. Perhaps condolences are also in order for how things went.
Now, not to be ungrateful, but I do want to point out that we actually recovered 2 of the weapons. And the agreement
Yes, 150 was for the first one.
This is true. Well, Raylan, anything?
he just kind of thought for a second. Well, you did bring back another one, that's true. Of course, you did it with a lot more assistance than the first one. Hey, just throw him an extra 100 gold, Gandalf, that's fine.
Right, well, you heard it. Consider that a total of 250 to each of you.
Jeez, find 2 weapons of mass destruction. You think you get more than a break of $5 for it?
Actually, speaking of the weapons of mass destruction that Chol tracked down, which, first of all, again, the Crown thanks you. We're a little torn on our vote here. Sarash has brought forward the idea of dismantling the things. I'm for it, as is he. Bertrand over there is for it as well.
It's true. I don't want to see a weapon this strong in anyone's hands.
But the other 3 are against, and therefore we're at a bit of an impasse. If you don't mind, we're gonna consult with the skull that we keep here, and talk about it that way.
Who now?
The skull?
Yes, and this would be something you all would know from your here. This was in like the intro video before. Yeah, when the El Mater body exploded, they have the head and they use Speak with Dead to get advice from it.
Nice.
So we're gonna go do that. As you can imagine, it's kind of off limits to the rest of you. But, if you want to hear the decision, stick around. Just don't go too far, yeah? Let's away, and everyone gets up. And as they walk out, Sirash just turned back to you all. Right, don't wander too far now. No, they'll all walk out the door and close it, leaving you all alone now in the room.
But I want to hear the answer.
They're gonna go get the answer because their vote is split. Of note, so if this is also, this may be helpful for you also. I'll mark it. Green check marks for people who voted yes to dismantle it, and people who voted not to dismantle it. There you go.
Just to remember who everyone is this the Queen Regent?
No,
Okay.
the Queen Regent doesn't really have any duties anymore because her kid grew up, then abdicated the throne, so now she's just like a hanger-on. No, that down there, that's the like head of all the religious.
Oh, okay.
She's the minister of religion, if you will.
Of course the religious one wants a weapon. She wants to wage a holy war.
So you all are currently left alone in the council room / the castle overall, and as such, I want to bring something onto the map layer for everybody to see. Little table of contents for the castle here.
Is there any way you can put like a black box under the yellow text on
I was
the left?
about to say it's probably. I just realized, the stuff over the cloud is hard to see, isn't it?
Yeah.
Here we go. There you go.
Oh, perfect.
Now it's more legible. Thanks. It's. Oh no! Don't do that. Wait, what did that? Oh, that's a stroke. That's not a.
I thought it was opacity for a second.
That's better.
Oh yeah, down there works better. Everybody can read. All right, cool. Yeah, you're pretty much left with, while they go to do their little consulting, you are now free to roam about the castle.
Would love to check Ileana's quarters, but since she isn't here, that's probably
I didn't say she
not
wasn't
an
here.
awesome
I just said she
idea.
wasn't part of the council.
Well, I mean, like, she's not part of the council that went in to see the skull.
Oh yeah, so therefore still out and about.
So therefore, yeah.
Yeah.
Which ones on the council have their quarters here?
Yes. So good question. So obviously Raylan the King has his like royal chamber.
Right.
Torsair here has like a quick just kind of guest room because his being brought on was a very sudden thing because the uncle was his old position, then the uncle became king, and he was like, well, I trust you, come be this new advisor, keep things filled out. So he has quarters which are kind of like a small guest room. They're not really super proper, but he has them. Sirash has it kind of like a field house on the training grounds, which is where you currently park the Alexander. I like the idea of parking it. That's a funny verb for that. Holy Mother Mithrid has her own quarters that are attached to the chapel. Ganlin does not live here, but he does have an office here for all his commerce. And then Bertrand here does not have quarters at the City Watch barracks.
I'm putting numbers on the people to indicate where they're. Which ones are there?
I don't know.
So Ganlin has an office. Mithrid. And then he doesn't have quarters here at all, you said, Bertrand?
Correct. Yeah, he's the head of the City Watch, and he has quarters in there. Which I will say, you've been to his previously. He was the one that like let you all into the morgue before when you were investigating one of those bounties. 8, 9, and Henry have technically been to the armory. Siraj took you there to give you your +1 weapons, and Bo and Azov have actually been to the chapel, although not the quarters beyond that, because that is where the Holy Mother gave you your +1 weapons. So as far as like like you would like know how to reach those, and of course, you know, there's other places to explore, but those are kind of like those are places you're already vaguely familiar with.
So, I'm pretty sure Sarash just gave us the go-ahead to snoop around the entirety of the castle. Is that what everyone else got?
As long as we're quick about it.
Had something wrong with his eye.
Mm.
I do want to say something before we go about finding this mole. Whatever they decide upon in there regarding the fate of the Warcasters, it's imperative that I get that sub.
I think...
We just had breakfast. How could you possibly be hungry?
I must eat fresh.
I'm not sure that anyone should really have those.
That's fine, and I understand that, and I respect that. But I need that sub.
Why?
I have my reasons, but a weapon of that magnitude for you guys here on the surface only has so much utility to it. Whereas I come from, something like that could be a real game changer. Historically speaking, it could right a lot of wrongs.
It could also cause a massive war.
No, I see no negative repercussions.
Regardless, there is already a massive war down there. This could just help tip the tide.
More like obliterate it.
Listen, I know your surface prejudice on the business of what goes down beneath the waves seems funny or quaint to you. But from where I come from, it's very serious. And what we do down there protects all of you.
What exactly are you fighting that's protecting us?
I guess while they're going and talking to that skull of his, we might as well revisit your history. You're all familiar with the battle that took place many millennia ago? Thousands of years ago? Tony?
2000.
2,000 years ago.
Yeah, 2024 years ago.
What do they teach you here?
I didn't have school. Orphan.
I can't find the post where the guy's name is. Oh,
Ilmater? You talking about the giant? The god giant?
the god giant.
Ilmater.
And the largest slime that was ever witnessed. Gonadar. You are taught that your god giant fought valiantly and defeated it, killing it and sending it back to whatever pit of the abyss it spawned from. But what they don't told you, or they haven't told you, is where Gonador came from.
Shit.
Anyone want to hazard a guess?
Cleveland.
Not from
Gonador appeared one day because he came out of the ocean.
You have giant slimes
And
in the ocean.
And believe it or not, when he came through the ocean, he opened a portal. A massive 3-mile-long portal. From wherever he came from. And while, yes, your god hero slayed him and saved your continent, the portal did not close. And has been open ever since. my people, the Triton, the Tritus Empire, have been fighting the surge of slimes that have been coming out of it ever since, more than 2,000 years later. Thus, the Great Barrier War.
Cool, I think you should get the sub then. That sounds good.
Now, sure, you might think, a slime, how dangerous could it be? But when I tell you, there are hundreds upon thousands, emerging constantly without end. My entire culture, my entire people have been shaped to fight these things, to stop them from surging and taking over the world. You've sacrificed everything to make this happen. Everyone who is born in the Tritus Empire is conscripted in some form or fashion. Whether as a frontline fighter, or a scientist, or a mage, something. Everyone contributes to the war for our survival. That sub could change a lot. It could save a lot of lives. And maybe it could let people maybe it would open people's eyes to certain decisions made that they can't take back.
You've convinced me. We just need to get the council to be persuaded.
He's telling the truth. He is telling most of the truth.
That's fair. I think 8-9 had to incite it just because it's Azov. But, like, as you say more and more, he's like, oh, God. He's not bullshitting for once.
Also, everyone who fights in the war has the biggest penis.
I will say, inciting him, you will see that he is pretty goofy and pretty weird most of the time. But, like, he is dead serious when he talks about this. Like, in a way, like, he wants a lot of things, but this is something he's wanted more than anything. And you'll know that he's always been cagey about why he can't go back. And there might be a reason why.
Well, fuck.
I'm not a fool. I understand the repercussions of letting something like this exist. But I need this.
What if we somehow convince them to let us use the sub to get to the other continent? I mean, for one, or the other side of the continent. For one, that's probably the safest way to do it. And we do dismantle the airship. I have a feeling that the council isn't going to dismantle their weapons unless they know that the other one is destroyed too.
Could I take the airship?
No.
No, but I mean,
no, I'm not saying.
My living situation is a little fluid at the moment, so a nice sky lab would be pretty cool.
No. No, I'm not saying you should keep it or your kingdom should keep it, but I mean, we use it for what it was made to do, just not against people. And then we make a pact to get rid of that too. Just a clean slate.
Have we considered, though, that these weren't made to kill people? And that they were made to kill something much bigger? I mean, they're walking in and consulting with the giant head of the god giant that saved us from a massive slime. Maybe this was intended for ground defense, in case something like that happened again. And if it came out of a portal, and apparently those just open, who the fuck knows what else it won?
8-9, I apologize. I know portals have always been kind of one of the things you've hunted, but for what it's worth, I doubt this is a place you want to go.
Doesn't mean that it's not a place I'm not gonna be. I didn't even think about that, Henry. I mean, I'm not sure who we could talk to, but there's a way that we could figure out why these things were actually made. We should probably figure that out.
Mm-hmm. Do that kind of damage. And they were hidden. There's land and air and sea. Sounds like they were trying to cover all the bases just in case.
Well, I can say for a fact that at least one time, a larger-than-life creature crawled through to our world through the ocean. In fact, we're still paying for that occurrence millennia later.
Oh, this is heavy.
Do you want to go infiltrate the king's quarters for the fun of it?
Yeah.
Let's do some snooping.
Do we split up, or are we kind of all same?
Part of me feels like splitting up would probably be a solid idea, and like if they're in there for an indeterminate amount of time, instead of us like bebopping from one room to the next, like dividing and conquering and seeing if we can't find stuff individually might be good.
I say we split up, cover more ground.
And then if
Absolutely.
somebody gets caught, then somebody gets caught.
I'll investigate the morgue.
Of course you will.
I think it's the only right call.
I should have put it on here, but there definitely are like prison cells on a lower level too.
No, never mind.
What?
No, it was something that we talked about in chat, but it doesn't make any sense for 8-9 to think it up. One of the casters has to.
Oh.
Well, I'm going to follow the money. So I'm going to go check out Ganlin's office. Who would like to come with me? Maybe someone who's familiar with money and moving things around.
And has rich parents.
I don't have rich parents. I don't know who told you that. Yes, we'll go.
All right, so you two head there, and then if 8-9 and Dr. Daltz are going to split up, you guys can figure out where you want to go. But in the meantime, so you're currently in the council room, so Azov and Henry will they will descend and start heading toward the front of the council. And curiously, when you two move that direction, you will actually find that the door whoa, what the heck? That's weird. That's not what I clicked on. Anyways, curiously, as you're getting there, the door to Ganlin's office is going to be open. And so when you get there, you look inside and you're able to, see. There's a desk. There are things. You're able to catch a glance, but just before you're able to enter, you do hear a voice behind you, and just like,
"Hey, excuse me, you're not supposed to be here."
Actually, yes, we are.
I don't know. I'm supposed to be guarding this place, and that's on Mr. Ganlin's orders, and you two, not on his list.
Well, we were just with Mr. Ganlin a couple minutes ago when he said go down to his office, and actually to go in there privately.
Where are you now? What are your names?
He doesn't even know our names. Are you sure you're in touch with Mr. Ganlin and his business associates?
I asked you a question first.
I know the eyes on this guy are cracking me up too.
My name is Bazov, and this is my associate.
Harry.
Nice to meet you, Bazov and Harry. That's fun. Are you guys related to the ones that came back with the Pride yesterday? Because I heard there was like an Azov and a Henry with them. Are you like related? Because my brother's in the Pride. I didn't make the cut, unfortunately, but he did.
Why didn't you make the cut? You seem quite crafty.
He's always been the better fighter. He's the brawn, I'm the brains. What are you gonna do?
I can tell. You definitely seem like you're the brain one.
Thank you.
But I heard that they're actually adding recruits to the Pride. It seems like they might be expanding.
Is that so? I thought Tharash capped it off at 9.
Well, things are changing all the time. I mean, I'm sure someone like you in the know knows that some big things are going down, and they need all the big brains they got.
Big brains?
Cute.
Daggers?
Roll a persuasion, roll a deception. Well, deception or persuasion. I feel like it could be either one.
They're the same. So
okay, and you could roll them. You can roll this at advantage because you already talked it up a little bit.
Gaslight.
Yeah, because you. Yeah, what's
Girlboss.
Roll to Gaslight.
Come on. You take those.
20.
Hey!
Dang.
All right, I suppose I'll have a word with Pris and ask him when the Pride will be having auditions.
I should say, it is kind of hush-hush, so they'll probably play dumb at first, but they're looking for people with real gumption. I think you have a shot.
Gumption. Yes, I have lots of that quality. Well, pleasure to make your acquaintances, Harry and Bazov. My name is Percy, brother of Pris, and the bigger brain between the two. I bid you to adieu.
He'll walk away.
Whoa.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I just start and I have no idea where I'm going or how I'm getting there, but then I just arrive, so...
Left and come back later. So the door's just open?
Yeah. Listen, he's not the brightest guard in the castle.
Look, he's doing his best.
Also, for some reason, this part of the image I'm realizing kind of looks like someone peering around the
Yes, 100%.
the seat. It's not, but
It's a ghost.
It does look like a ghost.
I am checking that desk. I'm checking for hidden compartments, funky little buttons. I'm checking the ledgers.
sure. Give me the investigation roll.
Oh.
Yeah, you find so as you're looking through, all the ledgers seem up and up. There's nothing. Doesn't seem to be anything fishy to you. Doesn't seem to be anything strange. Nothing is sticking out as unusual. But in the back of the ledger, separate from that is a little tucked away, kind of like note, which I will give to you all. Where are the handouts? Where is it? Here we go. Okay. So you all find this list.
Damn it.
You find this little list tucked away in the back of the ledger.
Follow the money.
Uh,
Who's Faust?
Good question. Someone else in the party might actually know.
Checking bookcases, checking for like any seams in the walls, any hidden entrances, any funky drafts that are coming through anywhere.
Give me, since this is separate from searching the desk, give me another investigation, just because we'll consider it a different thing.
Hey!
You feel very certain that there is no hidden thing like that within these walls.
No fucky little floorboards.
Nothing like that. And it was like, to go back to the bigger image of the castle here. It is this here, so it is kind of like a front-facing kind of window kind of thing. So you're not sure if there was something secret where it could even really link up. So you feel fairly confident the office is the office and there's nothing beyond.
I do make a copy of that note.
Cool.
Make sure it's tucked back in the way you left it.
Okay. You do that. Dr. Dalton and 8-9, where are you two headed? And then sitting around, you can think about where you might want to check next.
I was thinking the observatory.
We might be able to find the engineering team maybe there. Not sure.
Perhaps.
Okay, you guys head to number 11, the observatory, and you walk inside, and there's a cool telescope aimed at the sky. There's some star charts. There's some cool maps and models of various things. And you can roll for more than that if you wish, but to your eyes, this just seems like a literal observatory, just for learning and checking out the sky.
Well, knowing that, so we have three devices that were made, devices that were made for land, air, and sea. And that's what observatories are for, to examine those things. I'm going to look for notes. Specifically, I'm looking for notes and information on, like, any anomalies or events that have happened that they might be looking into or researching.
That'd be an investigation roll. 18. Doctor, you find a whole lot of educational kind of stuff. You find, like patterns of stars throughout the years, records of shooting stars that may be seen in a religious view or a scientific view. There's definitely a note about at the beginning of this era when Ilmater and the slime did fight, and there was the bursting, his body burst and exploded, and it was kind of like pieces of him falling back to Earth. There are some scribblings about how they never found all of the parts. Where are the left limbs? Where's that giant penis that everybody asked about in episode 1? I do have a canon answer for that, by the way, but it's not applicable.
Well, obviously, it's in the largest bell. Ding dong.
Oh my god.
Oh man. So. Andrew, you do not find anything suspicious or out of the ordinary. This seems like an observatory in the strictest sense for learning and for observing.
Okay.
There's nothing here. I wouldn't mind checking out Taurus's quarters. He was the one put into power right after everything happened. Kind of fishy.
All right, lead away.
Cool. Yeah, so the two of you go, and your path will take you past the dining hall. And it's important because 8-9 and Doctor, as you're walking by, Doctor, you wouldn't be recognized by this individual, but as 8-9 walks by, he will see the Esther giving a real. Once she sees you walking by the dining hall, she's going to give you a real dirty look, and the Queen Ileana will also have this look on her face, just like, pay them no mind, dear. But yeah, she recognizes you, and she's.
Do you two know each other?
Oh yeah, I arrested her.
Oh,
You know, for treason.
I see the charges didn't stick.
Apparently not.
Oh,
That's
that's
what
who
happens
you were
when you're a
talking
Nepo baby.
about.
Well, technically, was 8-9 getting the guards when we brought her in? I guess she might have seen him with us.
You all he brought the guards that actually took her to the palace.
Got it. Okay, fair.
Yeah.
So he actually arrested her.
Like, you might be on the report for all we know. Like 8-9, is that first name? Last? I had a modern name?
So to bring Andrew, just as like the quick TLDR for you, just in case, since you were here for those, like I know I gave you the recap, but just to bring you back up to speed in case you need it. Yeah, like this redhead was like this who was somehow sneaking around the castle. Somehow she got in and she like stole a document that had the coordinates for those 3 weapons, and was apparently doing so for the Empire on the other side of the continent was the thing.
Gotcha.
Who of course would immediately burn her. They would deny any of that. And there was, she claimed to be the illegitimate child of the Queen Regent here. And it seems like the fact that the Queen, stuck her head out to keep the kid alive means.
But did anyone do an insight check when she said that? That's D&D 101.
Pretty sure y'all
Just
did. And
saying.
she sincerely believed that she was a child of the Queen.
Okay, cool. So I guess we'll keep on moseying to that office.
Torsayer's quarters, which are weirdly like not guarded, so you're able to walk in, and it's a small guest room.
No guards. We should absolutely trash the place. I mean, just look through everything.
Yes, certainly. Anything specific I should be looking for?
Anything fishy at all. Anything out of the ordinary, or that could even explain why he was chosen to take over after the other one abdicated.
Fantastic.
All right, at 12.
That's why the doctor is with me. The 20 is so much better.
Oh, right. Sorry, I actually didn't. I only looked at the bottom roll. So the 20. It's the room is actually probably even like kind of sparser than in this picture, because it was such a sudden thing. As you're looking around, Doctor, you find there's just a few changes of clothes. Like Torsair came for the coronation, but it seems like since this all happened so quickly, he kind of only has what he brought with him for that trip, right? So you find very few changes of clothes. You find what seemed to be like maybe the reading he was doing during his travels and leisure time here. There's like a lot of books of poetry, that sort of thing. And there is an unfinished letter on the desk that is being written out to his... his wife's name would be known, so I don't have to like make you roll for who that is. But there is... I'm just pulling it up so I have it. There's an unfinished letter that, starts off with something to the effect of, "My dearest Esmeralda, I will see you soon enough, I hope, when all this business is over. I am sorry it happened so suddenly. Do continue to look after Thrush. The boy is growing and becoming stronger every day." And then after that, seems like it's not signed yet, so it seems like he has more to write to his wife, but he hasn't finished the letter yet.
Do we have time for me to do a ritual of detect magic? That would be a 10-minute thing, or are we in a hurry?
That would be for you guys to decide. But I'm not willing to get. I don't see any reason why you couldn't.
8-9. Are we pressed for time?
I mean, I don't know how long the others are going to take. He doesn't know that you guys just found it immediately. But he can keep a lookout.
Okay.
I mean, did you? You found a document. That's not to say, you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and detect magic. Maybe it's hiding there's something hiding somewhere that we can't see.
I am gonna say you do ping like one other thing in the desk with that. Inside of a drawer.
I will carefully crack that open.
You open it and there's a locket inside.
Can I recognize what it is?
Yeah, you get the school, right? So it would be let me make sure I give you the right one for this. What is the... Sorry, just making sure. Okay, yeah. So first of all, are you opening the locket, or are you just... Well, I guess you would be able to ping the School of Magic first.
Yeah.
Yes, where is... There, sorry, it's talking about abjuration.
Just like protective magic?
Could be alarm.
Is alarm abjuration?
Yeah, I have it. Prepared.
If you wanted to roll an Arcana to determine whether or not it's alarm, since it's one you would know, that's fine with me.
Absolutely. At least narrow it down a bit.
It's the difference between open and don't open.
Yeah. With a 23, you're fairly certain it's not alarm. Because if it's a locket, you'd think it'd probably be opened regularly, right?
Mm-hmm. I mean, it could be bait. I don't know.
Sure.
I'm not certain it's that.
No, with a 23, you're sure it is not alarm.
I'm sorry, I misspoke. If I'm certain it's not that. I don't think Dr. Dalton's is a thief. Dr. Friggins is a thief. So I don't think he would take it, but he is curious. With the investigation of 20, am I able to, like, discern what kind of emotional attachment it would have? Like, is it next to a portrait or a note or anything?
No, but it seems to be in a desk with just, like, some of his personal things.
Okay. Well, there's the locket. Has some sort of abjuration attached to it. Not sure what to do.
I don't suppose you know any way of figuring out what the magic does.
I certainly do. And if we have another 10 minutes, I can cast Identify.
Yeah, you can do that, and then we'll move over to see what the other two were doing in the meantime. Identify lets you know what spell it is, basically, right?
Choose one object. Oh! Roll worth at least 100 gold, but it doesn't use it. Okay. If it is a magic item, some other magic imbued object, learn its properties, how to use them, whether it requires attunement, how many charges, if any, it has.
I mean, you should have sufficient gold to cover that if you just want to make sure that's noted in your inventory, you know?
Minus 100 gold, and then forever you can use Identify.
Andrew, it is the locket. It is attuned to its wearer, which would be Torsair in this case. And it's a locket of protection from good and evil.
Interesting. Well, we definitely
A different character wants to steal it.
We definitely want to put that back. Make sure that nobody misses it.
Yes, certainly. I'll tuck it back.
You do not open it?
I guess... I mean, we can assume it's a family member.
You know it's not going to go off, because you would know how to use it, and it's attuned
That's
to someone
true.
else.
Okay, I'll go ahead and crack it open.
And you're correct. There's a portrait of his wife and portrait of his kid in there.
Okay. I don't know who these people are. Click.
All right, Sid and Ryan, what are you checking out after Ganlin's office?
Can we get the
Yeah,
layout?
going back to it. Yep, sorry.
All right, so
So
we're
you guys did Toro series.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Towards there, yep.
we can
Technically dining hall too, but you know.
we can check out Eliana's quarters, but she might leave the dining hall at any fucking second.
Is it Ileana the Queen?
Mhm.
Yeah.
The Queen Regent, yeah.
Let's definitely go back.
Let's try that.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
and we can avoid the dining hall.
Nice.
Yeah, you're going to where were you before? Yeah, and it's actually fairly close by to where you were. So you go up from stairs, you go, and as you approach, you see that her chamber is quite heavily guarded. There are several armed guards outside of it.
I don't know. I feel like I could pull my way through that. I'm already warmed up.
Why did you say that?
Listen,
No.
I got back in the city last night. I don't know what you did, but I got a workout in last night and this morning. So,
My home was infiltrated by people. I'm not feeling great.
well, that's kinky. All right, whatever you're into.
If he can take 6
That wasn't-
tieflings, imagine how many guards.
They all have pipes.
How heavily is heavily?
It's like half a dozen fully armed and armored
Oh, there's
guards.
fucking way. Let's just walk around. Let's just be like, oh, we're lost looking for the bathroom.
Do you two
Uh-oh.
have business with the Queen? She's currently having her lunch.
We're having this conversation down the hall.
Far enough
so
away.
we're-
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm not like standing in front of him like, hey, maybe we should leave. Like, no.
Okay.
You're
I could
actually
distract
thinking
them.
about it. You're actually thinking about it.
As you know, I can make a real hell of a deal.
So what's that about? Like, are you gonna use that to like totally like kill me? Or is this just for fun? Like, what are we doing here?
Why would I kill you?
I don't know you, to be honest. I've only known you for a couple of weeks.
And look how close we are.
Having the time of our life. Look at us.
Breaking into the Queen's bedroom.
If you are sure.
Listen, 1 hour is a long amount of time. You just need a distraction.
Is this another deal, or is this a part of getting into the fucking room?
No, you still owe me from the first deal. I don't think you want to keep getting in debt to me.
That's true.
We're working together as a team. I like to think, you know the Hades, Hercules, can we shake on it moment? It's like and then like the magic kind of swirls around you and you disappear.
Ooh, okay. Alright.
We're stealthing? We're stealthing.
You're stealthing, I'm distracting.
I'm stealthing. And I feel... Hold on. Let me check an ability that I have really quick. Because I might just roll the d6 on top of it if I can. Because kill me.
Meanwhile, Ryan, what's Azov's distraction?
That's a good question. What is Azov's distraction?
Andrew and Artemi could be thinking about where you want to head next as well.
I think he's going to walk up straight. So ideally what he's going to do is he's going to go and try and engage with all of them and speak to them and have their focus towards him so that Henry can slip by and open up the door and get inside, if possible.
Yeah, okay.
And,
It said you can do advantage on it since you're invisible.
yes.
Okay, yeah.
Hey, that's better.
Cool, and then... Alright,
Seeds,
what's
I
Azov's
burn that dice, by the way. If not, I get to keep it.
Say that again?
So I'm using psionic power. It's psi bolstered knack, and if I shouldn't have like already rolled it. We can remove that d6 actually. So it technically be it's a 17. If I fail, I can tack that d6 on top of it, and if it's a success, I burn that die.
Got it.
But if it fails, I gotta keep it.
Got it. Okay. We'll determine that in a moment. But Azov, give me your distraction.
Gentlemen, how are we today? Isn't it just beautiful out? It's that perfect, not too hot. You know, listen, as a heavy armor guy myself, like, if it's even just a hair too hot, I just get swamp all down there all day. You know how it is, right?
I do know how it is. Who are you and what are you doing here?
Oh, me. I'm Azov. You might have heard about my name going around. Possibly
you're one of the ones that brought that tank back, aren't you?
Well, the tank. Yes, the tank. Just the tank. That's the only thing we brought back. You know, nothing else. But I'm actually curious about you guys. I'm thinking about getting into the royal defense business. Seems to be treating you all pretty well. It's pretty comfy. What is there? Half a dozen of you protecting a door? I mean, that's a pretty good gig.
I'll be honest with you, tank guy. It's a pretty easy paycheck half the time. Not even half. 99.9% of the time. There was excitement when the redhead showed up, but you know, no look, no touch, no say nothing.
Yeah, listen. So I was part of the people that brought her in, and now she's just hanging out. What's the deal?
I know. It's like, you think treason would mean, like, you know, off with her head, but I don't know. Listen, she hasn't said it, but Queen, like, said, you know, kind of begged to spare her life. And I don't know. I feel like you wouldn't do that if the rumors weren't true, you know?
Careful. That sounds a little treasonous. Wouldn't want that getting around.
Hey, I got no desire for the throne. I get to stand by a door with 5 buddies, make jokes all day, and get paid to do nothing.
Say, speaking of, you know what's something I do when it gets real hot? Speaking of wearing armor, I have a really nice trick. I'd like to show you. Are they wearing cloaks?
Yes.
I promise I won't hurt you, but you might want to guard yourselves, just in case. And Azov is going to cast...
Of wind, I'm guessing.
Gust of wind into the ground so that it like creates kind of a cyclone effect, and like everyone's cloak of billowing is going to kind of like get all flustered and kind of caught up in their head and everything like that. And that's going to be Henry's signal to scoot by, open up the door and slip in.
Yeah. You can keep the dice, Sid. They rolled a 7. I rolled them at disadvantage.
Oh, okay.
So you had like super advantage basically because Azov was also doing this. So you're good. You're in.
Cool.
Well, interesting party trick there, fish guy. And then Henry gets inside, and it's pretty nice inside. It's a nice big old bed. There's one thing that I could show you in there that I don't have like a full photo for the room, but one thing I can totally show you here because I've yet to have a reason to show you guys is there's a big portrait of the previous royal family. There's a portrait of the queen and her deceased husband and the prince when the prince was sorry, just them. Prince is not in the picture. There you go. That's what's inside. There's a nice photo of her and the deceased King Hollis as well. That's kind of one of the most prominent things. You can see on... What's that?
Searching the whole fucking room.
Yeah, so you see that there. How'd he lose his eye? Who knows? Underneath of that, underneath of the portrait, there's all these books, all these like fictional tales about like a lost love or like one day we shall be reunited kind of stuff. Real big, like, I miss my dead husband vibes from that whole spot. and then give me an investigation for like your thorough search of the room.
Okay. I'd be cool if I had inspiration.
13.
13.
You don't find anything out of the ordinary. You're fairly confident there are no secret doors, secret things, false walls, loosey floorboards, etc. You honestly, with a 13, you just get big, sad widow vibes from most of the room.
Would I be able to check like a few of those books just to see if they are what they appear to be?
Totally.
Okay. You want
And
another roll?
I'll give it. You can use it. Well, yes. Give me one more roll.
I find a real good bodice ripper, and I'm like, oh my god, and I put it back.
The bodice ripper you find on inside of the front cover, it just says "enjoy" and then a little dash from Sir Hatham Gendor, Ash Knight.
Okay. Okay. If you allowed me to retcon and create that mind link.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
You would have done that.
Like, I feel like that's like a thing that we do. Oh god.
Who we lose?
He's gone.
Alright, I'm the dungeon master now.
What do I find in the room?
Gold.
Okay.
Gold and all the clues. You got it.
Sick.
That was weird.
You win the
Yeah, you
sword.
just dropped. It didn't even like lag or anything.
Well, my internet is fine. Nothing changed, but it was like Discord. It was like almost like when a Windows auto updates, but it was just Discord. Just
I was
went
about to say it's when Teams is like,
That's
do you
weird.
want to use new Teams in the middle of a call, and then it drops the call to take.
That's what it felt like. That was really weird. Okay, so yeah, 100%, because it had Sydney thought of it, then Sydney would have done the mind link.
Okay.
So yes, you can have the mind link.
I am ready to come out. Whenever you're ready to let me out.
So you said you get dental. That's pretty good. What other
Pretty
benefits
nice,
do you
right?
get? Yeah.
Leave
I mean,
me in here for the next hour. I will haunt you in your fucking.
listen, I have the
will
sending stone. I don't know how to
really
add you to my family plan if that's how this works. Do you have a sending stone?
We get full health care. We also each get a horse.
You get oh my god, you guys get horses?
Dude.
Wow.
Horses. No,
Yeah,
hey.
Are you mind linked with Azov and like one of the other two as well?
I
So
would have
you're also
had-
cross communicating.
I probably would have thought about it, but Sydney did
It
not
would make
think about
sense to
it at the
start.
time. But like, I feel
Yeah.
like Henry
Because you
would
can do
have.
multiples, right? So
Yeah, I got
That's
2
fine.
people, so long as we're within a mile.
yeah, the castle ain't more than a mile. That's fair.
8, 9. Azov is leaving me in this room. I am invisible. He's leaving me in this room for like an hour. He's doing it. I know he is. Help! I mean, I don't actually.
We don't hear you, Artem.
I don't have any proof actually, but I'm freaking out right now.
I'm not sure exactly what you want me to do.
I should have gone with Dalton. Dalton would have like made it a thing. Azov!
What? Oh my god. What? I'm busy.
Let me
Did you get
out!
stuff? Oh,
Stop,
okay.
stop! I'm looking at the window.
All right, let's slide back over to Dalton and 8-9, who are headed where next?
The chapel.
Cool. Good. I'm actually, I'm glad it's you two headed to the chapel specifically.
Oh,
As you get to the chapel, I heard that's it. As you get to the chapel, there's an individual kind of sitting on the chapel steps. There's a little gnome cleric sitting there. And Andrew, in your backstory, the cleric and the rogue got into a fight. Cleric stayed behind. You replaced her in the party.
Yeah, I don't think I'd met her. I don't think I had met her at all, but...
well, this is her.
Oh!
When you approach, she's gonna kind of look up from sitting on... Sorry, you... I don't think you know me, but you're the doctor, right? Dalton Friggins.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, you've heard of me.
Yeah.
Did I treat you for an ear infection, or?
No. My name is written somewhere in Tony's notes. Hold on. My name is Nona Petalfoot. I was supposed to be the healer in your party.
Oh, you were with
And,
Dirk's crew.
right, and of course, we fought, and I didn't end up going, and you took my place, and I heard about what happened, and gotta be honest with you, I know you're not this kind of doctor, but it's like really tearing me up inside, Like I can't. I don't
Something
know if I
tore
should
them
be...
up on the outside, so you're lucky that you weren't there.
Yeah, I don't think that's what I was wanting to hear in this moment, but
Not what I wanted to see in that moment.
I guess then we're both a little torn up about this. I know that getting into that argument, you could say it saved my life, but it delayed the party, and I feel like I'm responsible for the rest of theirs. I'm glad to see at least you survived, but I don't know. I didn't know if I'd ever be able to really talk to anybody about this, and well, you were actually there. Was it really as bad as the report was?
It was quite a terrible sight. It's a shame there was nothing more I could do.
Yeah.
It all happened so quickly.
Yeah, I don't know that my healing magic would have fared any better. But listen, I'm glad you made it, and you don't know me from anyone. You replaced me, but just with everything that happened, I don't know, I just kind of feel like I owe you, and your team won. Hi, I'm Nona, waving at 8-9. I don't know, if you need a cleric thing, I feel like I owe somebody some help after what happened. I just feel like I gotta redeem myself.
Yes. The search for redemption is a long road.
Question.
Well,
This is a question for Tony.
Mm.
Is the Royal Mausoleum here or anything like that?
Ooh. Yes. I'll say it is.
Before
Oh, I know where you're going.
before the doctor says anything to take that he's gonna real quietly pull him aside.
but,
She's a cleric.
yes.
Clerics can talk to dead people, right?
Can you speak to the dead?
Can I? Yes. Have I? Not many times.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
There's one person who knows why they built the things.
Oh, okay. Okay, yes.
And he's presumably buried in there.
We'll go with your idea. Yes. That sounds... Of course, yes, of course. We were hoping to pay some respects in the mausoleum and perhaps ask some questions of a certain soul.
Whoa. Listen, it's here, yes, and I could theoretically do that, yes, but that is against so many rules. I'm not comfortable with that. Can you ask me for any other favor?
What good are your rules if they get in the way of solving problems?
Listen.
Okay, see, this is what Dirk and I argued about, and I really don't want to repeat that here.
But you know that last time you argued with someone else, bad things happened, right?
Oh,
Right.
shit!
That's called...
1 minute. I got
Oh,
something
fucking
for this.
Girlboss, Gatekeep, fucking Jesus Christ!
You guys,
Here, I think she needs this.
traumatizing the entire castle staff.
I was nice. Thank you. I've been nice to all of my marks.
Yeah, this is why I didn't give 8-9 any charisma.
Fuck.
Yes, which is why I really don't want to have one here. I'm sorry. Could you think of something else? Anything else? She's going to start like walking away from the chapel back toward the rest of the castle. I'm around. Just anything else.
Mentally, he's gonna talk to Henry and or I guess he can't talk to Azov. Never mind. So just to Henry, you guys might want to come down to the chapel next. I have an idea.
Okay, well, so I understand talking to them is... I'll let that...
You're good. Like, I like the idea of it, like, weird cross chatter, like, just voices.
Yeah. I understand you're not comfortable talking to the dead. Can you fix curses?
Hold on. What level is remove curse?
3.
That's a weird one.
I want to give you a correct answer here, Andrew. So hold on.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say speak with that as 2.
I think you're. I types. You know how sometimes you just type it, however, and Google will give you what you actually meant to type. I typed it like the doggo speak. Spec with to dead. D-E-T.
Spec with the dead.
I spec with the dead. It's also 3rd level actually. Okay, well, she can speak with the dead. She can also remove a curse. That's only fair if I said she could do the 1. Okay. So she is 1 level beyond you guys right now. That's where she's at.
Then they definitely would have survived.
You want me to... Well, what sort of curse?
I need you to be discreet with this, patient confidentiality and all that. Can you fix lycanthropy?
I can fix curses, and that's certainly one of them.
Fantastic. When can we start?
Actually, it's not so much a start and stop as it is I just do it. Can you give me your hand?
Certainly. Certainly.
Now, I'm only saying this because it's a part of you, When I remove this, it's gone.
Yes. And I can finally sleep.
Oh, well, I certainly want you to be able to sleep, Doctor. And yeah, discretion is fine. I guess this makes us even then. And you'll feel some power channel through your hand. And yeah, if you had a werewolf curse, she just took it away.
What happens if there's nothing there to fix?
Then you'll feel a pulse. You'll feel like a kind of thing. It should be like, the power didn't really go out from me. Are you sure you're cursed?
Of course. You and your useless gods, making promises you can't fulfill. Okay, I see how it is.
Doctor, are you sure you're actually cursed? What happened?
Terrible things. Terrible things.
Okay, well, I guess I still owe you a favor then. I'm gonna go.
Well,
best of luck with.
Wait 1 minute.
What? Hey, listen, guy. I really don't want to break any rules. It's not what I do.
But if it can help save other people, don't you want to do that?
Okay, listen. I understand that some people break rules. Some people, they
don't want any of the rules. Some people, they love the rules. I'm one of those people, okay? The rules and the following them, that's what makes me me and gives me my power. I'm not a rule breaker. Never been, never want to be.
What if by breaking one rule once, it keeps a group of others from breaking a handful of rules many times?
Well, then those broken rules will be on their consciences, and mine will still be clear.
Just to
I
be
see.
clear, what are your rules?
My rules are helping others, preserving life, keeping order.
All things you would be helping to do if you helped us here.
Roll a persuasion.
Oh, man. Aesop, where are you?
Can I assist with that?
I was gonna say, you need the real gatekeeper, Gaslight Girlboss.
Right? It's not the worst.
That's not bad. It's not bad.
It's better than I thought it would be.
You can tell she's like being really torn up about this.
Whoa.
What? Hi, Richard.
Richard showing up, throwing dice.
The cage! In comes Bo!
Jokes on, she's actually order of long bottom weed, so that's her cleric order, and she's like, all right, if we're gonna smoke it up, I'm game for
She's a
anything.
stoner.
Yeah.
I get it. That makes sense.
She's, yeah, okay, listen. I don't want to be the one to do it, but I can show you where he is. Whoever you're looking for. I'm assuming it's one of the kings, given your other questions.
I mean, that's great, but that doesn't really help us since we can't, talk to the dead, and you can.
She's really she's pacing, exhaling, just... This is... I don't know, I feel like... people... It's gonna make other people not die.
Absolutely.
Would it be possible for Henry and I to walk in at this moment?
Yeah, you come in and you just see a random gnome pacing back and forth, exasperated. And you hear her say, "And this will mean people don't die."
It's the right thing to do. I assume that 8-9 has been feeding to Henry, who has been feeding to
Yes.
Azov.
Yeah.
Ooh.
If you look deep down inside yourself right now, think right now, years from now, dark days could be ahead, and you could help stop them right now. That will weigh on you for the rest of your life. Be the change you want to see.
All right, listen.
Heal the world before it breaks.
I can't... Nobody can know that I broke this rule, and I certainly can't do it under the beautiful, beautiful sunlight. So just come back tonight or something, okay? I need some water. We'll do it later, okay? We'll do it, but just not have to wait till later, okay? Give me some cover,
Come back later. Calm down. Azov's gonna pull out his water skin and pour her a glass.
Thank you. Ugh. Is this salt water?
It might be.
Not what I expected, but I suppose it's... Oh, okay. Later. Just give it till evening, please. She will walk off.
Hey guys, how you doing? What I missed?
Well,
No, nothing.
I think we're grave robbing a king.
Ooh.
And now I'm back in.
I'm proud of you. Hey.
Well, I mean,
Henry didn't tell me that.
Sorry,
Henry, I mean,
I was panicking.
what you mentioned has been stuck in my head. What if these things were made for not war? I mean, he would
It's-
know, right?
He's the one that was making them. It's not a bad idea.
So this is the
Okay.
last dead king, not the other dead giant god that they're talking to right now.
The guy who
So-
made the weapons is the most recently deceased king.
But they themselves are talking to the giant skull of the giant dead god.
Yeah, there's a lot of people talking with dead people right now, actually.
But it would have been the last king. It was 7 years ago, 10 years ago,
Yep.
7 to 10 years ago.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah, the
no,
father of the
it's
kid who
100%.
abdicated, he's the
Mhm.
one who had the weapons built. The one with the eye patch that you just saw in the portrait, actually.
He was a very handsome man, and if we could just talk to him.
Well, he's not going to look like that now.
I mean, you don't know. But I mean,
Does anyone...
you said she was coming back?
Yeah, she was kind of spooked.
That's frustrating.
Does anyone know how that magic works, by the way? I have no idea.
Only theoretically.
Spooky vibes. That's
Well,
all I know about it.
theoretically, how does it work?
Well, you
Roll an Arcana for me, since you wouldn't have access to it just yet.
Yeah, absolutely not.
You especially would, like, you know, probably
Who
know
are versus
something.
get? That feels like very Frankenstein.
I mean, it's him, though.
This time I wrote "Speak with the Dad."
It's a very different spell.
Are you winning, son?
Oh, I almost made a really terrible.
Speak with the Dead is only Bard and Cleric, so you wouldn't be able to obtain it yourself. With the 22, I'm going to say you have at least familiarity with it. Like, you've studied it as one that you...
Right.
Like, within-
It's something I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know like how it works yet, but I know there's stuff involved, and you know,
You're trying to figure out how to make it work from your sort of scientific approach, in a way.
like I've
but
heard
you
about
have-
how the clerics do it, but they just ask "Daddy, please," and they say yes or no.
Oh, man.
Becomes more complicated when you factor in this science.
Oh, it is Lathander. I could not remember who the, like, sunlight god. It is Lathander, I thought. That's her. That's who she follows. Anyways.
Well,
All right.
listen, they're probably going to call us back in soon. Do we want to do a real quick recap of what we found out?
You have not checked the place you're currently in yet, for the record.
Yeah, we
I
still
will
have
investigate.
her quarters.
I will help.
Yeah, I just want to. Since you're all here, I was like, you are in the last place. You need to check.
Do I roll at advantage or do I get a boost? How do we doing this?
so right now you're
Advantage
in.
'cause You're both proficient, right?
Yeah. So at the moment you
Wait,
are
what?
at the moment you're in the chapel, and her quarters are beyond that. But you can use the same roll. Like, that's fine. I'm not gonna make you roll just because it was a different room. But the chapel, which Bo and Azov were in previously when they were given their +1 weapons, it has like stained glass of various deities up there.
Mhm.
So there's a Lathander, which is, you know, the cleric that Nona there follows. There is a Scarret, and that was a big revelation from before when you guys figured out who that like satyr deity was. There's obviously Omater, and there are lots of others, like, you know, Shantea would be up there, a lot of those. But beyond that is her actual quarters. So I will take you all there now. So, you know, it's, you know, there's a bed in the back there, there's a desk, and her quarters are basically a library. It's all sorts of religious texts, because her job as the minister of religion is basically to be familiar with all of them, you know? It's kind of her job. So you have a 15 investigation, Andrew.
Yes.
What kind of things are you on the lookout for with that investigation roll?
Oh. Well, on the tip of my mind, I'm thinking Speak with Dead, so if there happen to be any Speak with Dead scrolls or amulets or anything like that, I'll be keeping an eye out.
Okay.
But especially if that helps me develop something later. But clues and like journal entries regarding maybe arguments about the creation of these things, the vehicles, forecasters,
Cool.
any motives and stuff like that.
Also, real quick, I want to say before it gets lost, since you're all exchanging all the information you found so far, right? That's fair to say. So there was you found that note in Ganlin's office, the one this one here that said, and the last one said Faust's procedure. And Azov asked, who's Faust? Well, Dr. Dalton will know that name.
Yes, he was a professor. Studied under him briefly before he got into some deep end stuff, on musings on liches and such. He was quickly ostracized from the academic community.
About liches?
Oh, he had these thoughts on life and life after life and returning life after life, and the man went a bit odd.
They mentioned a procedure of any kind?
I mean, of course, he didn't go into details. He would rant near the end there, but very secret recipe type stuff, intellectual properties that he, I'm sure, kept close to the chest.
And part of it also has to do with, a similar study to what, your doctor here has been studying. This idea of bringing new life out of things or fusing together existing lives, that sort of thing.
He made some groundbreaking discovery on the many uses for scrotums. Yes.
Also,
Yeah,
just
I see why he was kicked out.
just so you don't, just so it doesn't dangle. Just so it doesn't dangle forever, you should show Andrew the core of the King in Yellow.
The what? Core of the King in Yellow.
Well, now I don't want to.
Andrew, in like episode 2 or 3, they found this like crazy worm monster that was like a bunch of worms fused together.
Would Faust have ever played around with something like this? That produced the core of the King in Yellow.
And you would recognize it, Andrew, as one of his weird experiments.
He takes his glasses off, and that mad bastard did it. Can't believe it. That's Imagine if I'd continued tutelage with him. How on earth did he get the parts for this?
You want to?
It's a giant mass of worms, by the way.
It just attracted a lot of bugs.
Well, that's one way to do it, I suppose.
Like a lot of bugs. Like a body's amount of bugs.
I'm looking at Arcana or
Arcana,
Medicine.
yeah.
Okay.
Arcana.
Like so many bugs, you don't even know what you're doing with them.
All right, it needs to be recharged, but this little core is a core of Awaken. The spell Awaken.
How do I do that? Do I just like dump a spell slot into it? Or?
You'd have to find somebody who knows the spell.
We don't. We don't charge it.
But could be used to cast Awaken.
It'd be dead.
Okay. Making custom item.
That's a good question, Artem. I wonder if it has to be living. Anyways,
it does. But
I'm imagining that scene with the Allspark from Transformers, where just like the Mountain Dew machine turns on, and then like the freaking Xbox comes on, and they all just turn into like robots, and they're all just killing people.
I mean, to be fair, the weapons already have names.
That's what I'm imagining.
All right, so yeah, you have like I said, it needs to be recharged, but you have a core that can apparently cast Awaken at some point.
And whose desk was this again?
That was the head of coin, like the head of trade. The guy who his name is Ganlin the Once Orc.
He had the slip of paper with the mention of Faust. We had the core from the King in Yellow from a previous venture. So Azov had the core with him.
Now, as far as Faust procedure, you don't really know what that is, but so there you go.
I mean, it's definitely not looking good for him. I don't think we have anything definitive yet, but definitely a lot of circumstantial.
Well, speaking of definitive, I'm so glad you said that, Artem. So, in your investigation, Doctor, you're gonna find two things. One, there's the shelves are just lined in line, like I said, with all sorts of religious texts. There's no like castable scrolls. This is like historical and religious kind of stuff. Nothing magic imbued. However, as you're poking around, you're gonna find within the drawer of her desk some texts that aren't up on the shelves, and they are very heavily annotated and marked, and they are texts that deal with Vlaakith, the deity that the Gith like a whole lot. And with your investigation,
Vlaakith?
Vlaakith, Vlaakith.
Aakithh.
And finally, in your investigation, you've all checked, or you've looked for this in kind of all the rooms, and now you're finally finding it. One of these bookcases, a little loose.
What? Oh. You said that was a book or a journal? What?
It is writings of Vlaakith. You can say like text on Vlaakith, something like that, but it's
Okay.
Talks about at least how the Gith talk about her, how they believe she's worked through their history, whatever. And a lot of it seems to be like have notes from the Holy Mother in there, like she's circled and like underlined certain stuff.
I'll rest my finger on the book and turn to the group and say, "So what's that one spell those mages go crazy for? A lot like a joke, right? I think it goes knock knock." I'll pull the book.
Oh,
it does
yeah.
nothing.
Well, it's not like a magic whatever thing, but you could like push the bookshelf, the loose one.
What's it out there, Doctor?
There you go.
Just gotta put my shoulder into it. It's all yours.
Yeah.
Pull the
all right.
muscle.
Beyond said bookshelf, believe it or not, this is we're like almost at the cliffhanger. This itself isn't even the actual cliffhanger. Beyond that shelf is a tunnel. It seems to descend.
Do we have time for this?
It seems to down and toward you're near the rear of the castle already. So this seems to be going down kind of toward that like rocky shoreline under the castle.
We can't assume we'll get back here. We need to go.
Yeah.
What the hell is this?
Here, let's let it torch for Henry so she can see.
She got goggles.
I pull him out. I put him on.
Twinsies.
She's just like, take your torch and shove it.
Where did you get those?
Same place I got this.
What did you guys do?
What even is that?
Maybe I should have gone.
That thing's beautiful. Can I play with it?
No.
Perfect gun introduction. Solid.
That was awesome.
I can show you the things I got from last night. He starts to take his armor off.
No.
Okay.
A doctor's note.
Listen,
I was
they
going to
cure
add
all
Tiefling
diseases.
Slayer
All
to
diseases.
his titles.
He
I'd
shakes
made you
his, like,
some
penicillin. But yeah, exactly. Oh,
And that's
man.
why I like you, Doc.
8-9's gonna
All right.
lead the way with a shotgun drawn.
All right, so you start descending. As you're going down, are we gonna do like a passive perception? Are you on the lookout for certain things? Or are you just following it down? What's the move?
Traps!
Boy.
Dang.
Attaboy.
All right, great. Okay, you descend the stairs. Like I said, you're already toward the rear of the castle. So based on like the kind of angle here, you figure,
Seems
all right,
like
maybe
a
this
solid
go
entry point for somebody to infiltrate the castle. By the way,
maybe
everybody.
down there by the shoreline. With the 23 though, 8-9, as you all are descending, and with that, you can kind of maybe start to hear a little bit of the waves, like, oh, we're getting closer toward that shoreline. But as you get closer, as you're going down the stairs, you notice something else. Down this tunnel, one of the walls, the sort of brick and patchwork, it, number one, looks newer than everything else in this tunnel. Number two, it's kind of crumbling a little bit. Maybe it wasn't made of as good a material as the rest of this tunnel. And there's one particularly newer section of the wall that looks a little fragile.
Like it was covered over, or there's a trap behind it?
Like it was covered over.
He is going to break right into
Start-
it if he can.
Okay. It's going to take you like a couple minutes to bust through. It's not particularly hard, but you can. You break through.
I can help. Here's a crowbar.
Ooh.
Excellent. You break
Actually, I
through.
might have one of those too.
Crowbar buddies. Cling.
Crow buddies.
I do
Crow
have a
bros.
crowbar. Ha
Bust out the
That's
bars.
horrible. Please move. And then he's going to fire a bunch of Eldritch Blasts into the wall.
All right. So you bust through. And this is where we'll do our cliffhanger. It busts down, you step through, and on the other side, underneath this castle, is some sort of temple.
I was expecting a submarine.
And this is where we'll pause. There's a temple of adobe stock, as you can clearly see.
Yes, there's Adobe stock ghosts there ready. Roll for initiative.
It had the perfect image for what I had in mind. So, there is some sort of temple sealed away under this castle. And that's where we'll pause for tonight.
Nice.
All right.
We just have to-
zombies.
We just have to clear a dungeon and get back before they realize we've been gone.
Well, they very specifically did not say we had to sit and wait for them to finish.
It's
You
We
know,
should
it's
probably
lunch.
shut the bookcase behind us.
Yes, we should. And clean up whatever mess we made burrowing through that wall.
Oh no, we leave that open.
That I'm less concerned
Let
about.
them know.
It obviously wasn't OSHA compliant.
We got some stuff though. We got some stuff.
Yeah,
there.
there was. I know there was a lot of info in this episode. So if anything needs to be TLDR or recapped again, just let me know.
Good shit.
All right.
Oh my god, where did Obsidian go? Jesus Christ.
I love all of our techniques for getting information. Can this episode be called Gatekeep
Girlboss.
Gaslight Girlboss.
Gaslight Girlboss?
Absolutely.
Sure. Do you want to make? Are you going to make the? Who should be the thumb? Do you want Percy or Nona? Or actually, it could be both. We have room for both now, don't we?
But
Yeah,
it's
we
up.
have room for two. I could do that. Yeah, send me both Percy and Nona.
All right, everybody. Everybody down with that then for the episode name and thumb?
Yeah.
Cool. We've never decided one so quickly. All right. Well, by stream, we'll pick up in this mysterious temple next time. Hopefully with Richard. If not, then he'll come back after that.
Oh yeah, where's Bo in all this?
High as a
vibing?
kite.
High as a kite with us. All right. Bye, stream.